baby, he was thirsty. Damn, baby, you can't get a slingshot with that. You know what movie that's off of, or was you too young?
What? I'm trying to read. Talking movie or movie. You can see.
Not yet.
What's your name? So you can
Can I
see
see
them?
me? Oh, okay.
Then you don't know what you want to. That's what they're doing.
Unless you trying to slide up and push it on the news. That's some shit I'm never putting in, my nigga. We lock in like that, like you to in, my nigga, child. Yeah, my nigga, man. What y'all on, man? Yeah, I deal with my own problems. Out of my feelings from my tolerance, I can't let them see chat. Let's get it, let's go. It's your boy KRAZY. We got sexy right here, and a little sis in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Slide through and get it, and let's get it cut. So, what we coming to y'all with is some Sharky action, gang. So we gonna get it in all honest opinion. No wrong answer, no wrong answer. If we ain't like it, y'all gonna see the facial reaction. Y'all gonna hear the
I'm about to get a taller chair.
and all that.
I feel kind of
All
short.
right.
You are short.
So,
Just
chat,
Don't do that.
today, we spent a total of $94, chat. $94. We got a piece
You trying to make yourself taller than you is crazy.
Yeah.
That's never taller
we
than
got
you.
a 3 policy.
I need to stop this up.
You know what I'm saying? We get active, chat. We get active. All right, well, enough about the big bag. Let me show y'all the food. So, what's that right there?
Them the fries that go with the
Let's
chicken.
start.
Oh, that's the right.
Happy
These the right
great.
balls. I'm gonna keep it a bug with y'all, chat. We gonna give these I'll say 6 or 7 out of 10.
You can't do
What
that.
y'all
You
say?
gotta eat it.
We already ate it.
On the
We
screen.
already
We already
ate
ate
it.
it
We
already.
already
They
ate
didn't
it.
saw
Look,
us
chat.
eat it.
Chat, I don't give a fuck. Y'all not gonna see this shit again. I'm gonna give it a 6 or a 7. It is what it is, gang.
Okay, so
I
why
got
save
room for some more shit. What's that, man?
why do you give it a 6 or a 7? Why can't it be a 10?
Okay, so I'm
I'll
gonna do the
try
butt.
to already.
They did not season the exterior of the fucking front bar. I don't know if they just figured that the Cheetos was just gonna goddamn be the fucking season free. Yo, what it do? Thank you for coming through. Yes, sir, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We in there
That
chilling
shit
though, but like,
nice.
so I'm talking about these damn rice balls and shit. They ain't seasoned them.
So
Like, I'm
put it
running
on
to
here,
chat.
like show
Let me-
him.
Let me show y'all no cause I just ate it. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all what I just ate. It's not bad. It's just like too crunchy right here. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. I'm gonna let y'all hear it though.
Where's that at?
There's no like.
Where's that at? Listen,
But
you be me moderate with the six and
inside
seven,
was
chat.
good.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We go to the next item.
Outside break your teeth.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? We go to the next item.
Oh, I don't. No, I don't believe in the breaking teeth, but.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'll take it out. Let them on.
Polish.
I think they gave us like 4 of them.
That last one right there.
Yes, they did.
It's the Italian beef right here.
Yeah,
Right here. This is
No.
Italian beef.
You got cheese, Italian beef.
This Italian beef.
What is it?
That gotta be my.
No,
I just Philly. This should be my burger thing.
Yeah, that's in that bag. I'm saying, that's my favorite.
And then this ain't no
It
Philly.
is right here.
No, this is my thing.
Okay. You right.
No, what is
My bad,
it?
chat. My bad, chat. We got one of them Philly. I'm telling you.
That's
Yeah,
something.
what's it right here?
I just told you that's something in there.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
this
yeah.
Italian beef. Yeah, that's a
I
Philly.
told you. I kept telling y'all. Y'all wasn't
Dang,
listening.
they got an extra leg.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Not like that.
So I'm gonna show y'all how the Maxwell comes. I'm not really a fan of mustard, so I'm gonna go get some ketchup out of my house. But that's after I try it like the way they create it. They do like almost Chicago style with the mustard and the onion. So this is how it looks. Yeah, it's cut like for kids. It got nice bread though. And then can't judge it before you eat it.
Sometimes food smell good until it's like shit. Let me see what's the. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this bun big.
Like big ones.
Okay. So
What?
I give it an
Y'all
8.
give it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Been to it. Alright, I like that.
I give it an 8 because
No, no problem, sir. I ain't finding for me. And that's just too tough.
I give it an 8.
I give it. It's not like a regular dog.
I give it an 8. The reason why I give it an 8.
I'm talking about testing right now.
The onions give it a little pizzazz, but it's just like a regular Walmart dog.
It's a master
Walmart
of
dog is crazy. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
I give it an
regular
8.
Walmart dog.
I'm not saying it's
No, I give it an 8 because I'm not that.
Now.
It is not the catch master. They are not.
What is this for?
But I'm saying biting it. You know what I'm saying?
Is this pork? Oh my God! Is this pork?
It's the same whole thing you done.
I don't know if
Wait,
it's beef
yeah, I
or
don't
pork.
think they eat pork though.
They shouldn't in their community. They usually eat beef, but I'm not 100% if it's beef or pork.
I don't eat pork.
I don't know.
Oh God.
I don't do the pork.
Do y'all got ketchup? Because this is really
I need.
annoying.
That was what it was for me too. I said I was gonna get some ketchup.
Oh, not like that. Oh my God. What? Sales tax.
Wait. We got the Italian beef in the cut. Philly cheese right there.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm most excited. I'm not really caring about none of that stuff. I will let them go ahead and try that together. I will try these fries and tell y'all about them. I already can tell y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see them. The fries don't look like they're gonna be good,
They are.
but I'm gonna show y'all later. I'm not really big on fries. From places like that. They got cheese fries. We know that. I love
I thought that's what you was gonna get.
They ain't had no cheese fries there.
Yes, they did.
I didn't know they did. They don't normally go there. Okay, this is actually better than I thought. There's better than this. No, this is something I'm surprised. Their fries better than their pet. They soft. They're not over hard. And then they got this nice lemon seasoning on it. Now, I'm not gonna eat no chicken or nothing.
What is that? You know that's what snitches be getting when they finna tell.
Yeah.
They go like, hell yeah, just give me an Italian beef with a cold Pepsi and some fries. And I'm telling, not me. I will snitch though if you do something wrong. So don't ever think I won't, because I will. I'm snitching, so don't do a murder or a crime around me. Because if it comes to my life and yours, I'm going to choose me every time. Clock it!
Salted and pepper the fuck out of this bitch.
Let me taste it. This is the Snitches Supreme.
That's crazy. It's a college supreme too. When I went to college at that place in Illinois, but it's IU or whatever. They make a fire ass. What was it I called it? And I had never tried it before, but I tried it at campus.
I like
one of those things.
The
that
bread salty adds a pizzazz. I like it.
It need to be like the Chicago version.
With that cheese on it.
No, I like the soggy bread on the Italian beef.
Yeah, with the dip.
I like the dip.
Okay. So let me tell y'all, for people like me who have a sweet tooth.
You can't see me.
I'm not even thinking of ketchup on it. Yeah. So.
I need some water. I'm choking. Oh, I sound like the people that be smoking cigarettes.
Bear in mind, If you get a Polish and you put too much ketchup, it will overwhelm the house. So now that I didn't try it with the ketchup, I realized why it doesn't
Y'all
have
know that
ketchup.
commercial with the lady that sound like SpongeBob?
Oh my gosh, I know who you're talking about, and I wish I didn't, like, in the way you said it, know who you mean. It's so fucked up. You talking about that lady who been like, I had. This is what you're talking about. Cheese and what?
Cheese and broccoli.
I had cheese and broccoli yesterday. I made some cheese and broccoli. I know that one tastes like cheese and
Let me
broccoli.
get a little piece. Just a little.
Hey, what's those peppers, those green peppers called?
Bell peppers?
Don't look like them. They look like the other ones.
I didn't need all this.
They should have put that. If they had put them bell peppers on this, it would have made it a little more smacking. Now, I want to start doing more local places to eat. So you can comment if you want to see me eat. You can comment and I'll
Should I start going to regular restaurants and turn up the lotion while we eat ordering food?
I didn't know
Where
that.
would you get this? What rate would you get
I
this?
ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get this motherfucker easy 7.5, 8. Bro, that motherfucker.
Why it's not a 10?
It's not doing too much because it's not doing too much. But it's not doing
What
too
is
much.
doing too much?
Making his stomach, making him his dad.
For example, yeah, like it's like that motherfucker got really cold. Like yeah, that motherfucker. I'm gonna eat this little bit. Like I'm my water.
You want to share it, so it ain't good enough.
For me,
You know it.
You always share this food with me. So.
I just don't, but you can tell if it's real good. I'm starting to see why you said it tastes like a regular dog. I'll try it again. Actually, on second approval, I give it a 6. It's not about bland.
It looked bland on bro.
The mustard,
Listen,
the mustard is making it have a weird taste. And the
I
ketchup,
like mustard.
yes. Mustard makes it has a real taste with the onions. And then the ketchup is making
To
it
be honest, I only go to
overpowered.
Sharkeys for the chicken. I'm not saying that the stuff not good,
No.
but
My dog liked it more than me.
it's decent. Like it's decent. It's decent. It's decent.
I mean, my dog liked it, so it's great.
But yeah,
It looked like a dick.
and
You might want to eat it. Shit.
I'm not even done eating mine. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were cool with it. It's just dick. Everybody eats dick.
All right, think about
right? Like, girl, what are you talking about?
You alright?
How was you, boo?
Motherfucker, you good? That shit's blowing left right now. I don't know what's going on.
No, that wasn't good.
What a problem.
Right here, in this thing.
There was one that came with the big one.
I don't want those. No. No, I just want that or dessert. I'm done.
I'm going to
Okay. Now for the part that I actually will like and want to go there. I'm thirsty and I'll be back. And by the way, y'all, my favorite lost on sale. Did it go in there?
You can't see you. You only person you see is me.
You can't see me because I walked off the camera.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay, guys. So,
Tell them over going crazy.
this is too high now because I didn't see right. So,
You're mine.
this is mine. I want this.
No, yeah.
This is mine.
Where mine then?
I don't know. Mine has 6 in it. I don't know.
That's mine.
No, mine has 6. I had one too. I didn't eat mine. I don't know where yours at. I don't know if you brought it in the house, but I can't.
Probably fine.
Well, I don't know where y'all are. Y'all did.
Well, chat.
The only thing that was good about this Maxwell Polish was the onions.
So, These taffy grapes, they come with grapes, white chocolate, and strawberry crunch, and this is what it looks like. Everybody can have one, and then he's eating. So he's a little fat. He's a little bit busy at the moment. Oh my gosh.
Delicious.
Because they understand that it might be good, but they want to see if it's delicious. You want to see, me? Because it's supposed to eat.
There we go.
Welcome them.
You just spit on Bro.
Nah, I didn't spit.
What was that?
I don't know.
That was you. That was you.
Okay. Now we have another one that these people did not try. If you're not black like me, they might not give you this. They gotta know you in the hood. It's Supreme. I'm just kidding. Anybody can get it. It don't matter what color you is.
That was nasty.
Now I don't know if they nasty
It
or
got
good.
peanuts on it.
They new flavor, and this is what they is: grapes, white chocolate, and peanuts. Taffy grapes. Would you like to try a Big Bag? Big Bag said no. So I will be the Big Bag trister. It's better than the last one. Okay. So
They dipped your bread, but not the meat.
what I would say about this one is I'll give this one about a 7.5. And I will give this one.
One bite left of that Philly.
I will give this one a 9 because everything complements each other really well with the strawberry crunch taffy grapes. However, on the white peanut grapes, it's good, but the peanuts just like as soon as you bite it, it just starts falling apart. It don't even stay together well, and it attacks your teeth. I give it a 7.
The Maxwell Polish tasted like a regular hot dog from Kroger and Walmart. They call it the Cheeto balls. We know it as the Budini balls. Almost broke my brackets and made them fall.
Yeah, and I gave the rest to my dog. He enjoyed it though, so it's very good.
I would not be getting those again.
If you got strong teeth, it is for you.
If you're goofy, like the actual cartoon character,
it is.
If your teeth shaped like that, then you might love it. So I'm not trying to make funny. Sorry. I would not be getting those again with my hard-earned tax dollars. The main thing that I'll eat from Sharkeys is their chicken. Why? Because I'm black.
I always Now they also gave us another thing, the damn fries. Okay, y'all, I don't really. See, actually lied. They can see me.
They cut the leg off. Oh, you did that.
My dog said, "You said let's see. I'm gonna see you later." 5, 10, 11 years.
Okay.
Oh no. They thought the color of the meat's supposed to be.
Right, I'm sure like she's saying that for.
I'm over here scared.
No.
Like,
You a picky eater.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Y'all disagree? Y'all whatever.
He don't eat no seafood, but that's pretty much it. He don't eat no nothing if it ain't from the Cornelius.
If I would have took some and say, try this.
No,
You want to say, I don't want it, but I'll try it. You're like, that looks so great.
I don't never say I don't eat some people's food because if we ain't eat that food, we don't know if we eat that food. And a lot of cultures' food is just black people food stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And they call it new names. Just like they call these cheese balls. And they been nothing. They always name it something new.
Originated for New Orleans, I believe.
Now let me tell you something.
And they said Cheeto balls. They didn't even spell Cheeto right, but you got it.
I didn't really care because I don't think nobody can spell if they're not me. At this point, they can't spell. Let me tell y'all, I seen some people at the basketball court today, and I'm not gonna care. Peoria don't really have too much attractive people here, but I did see a girl who was kind of cute, right?
I was attractive.
She was cute, and it was a dude who was like muscular with some long hair. I never liked no long hair, but he was cute. But I didn't like his love him. But I got love handles too, so I guess I can't really complain. Beggars can't. They said beggars can't.
We was playing basketball.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that.
She
anyway,
kept saying,
blackies, black.
She kept saying, bro. No, I'm trying to
I said, what you see? What you see? She said, go ask him.
She kept
I said,
talking
no,
about him. Oh, his hair is so pretty. It was so annoying. Like, bro, I see it.
I wish I had some.
I see it. My hair is gorgeous. So
I say, dude, yours is better than mine. But I won't get my.
We're black. All of our hair is beautiful.
I didn't say my hair wasn't gorgeous. I never said that. Okay, the boy was black too. I just don't know.
She kept saying, "What is he mixed with?" I'm like,
"What is he?"
I said, "Stacia, how about you go over there and ask him?" No, I'm not gonna do it.
I said, "That's on my brother."
Then be quiet.
I don't know how to. I low key like pretty people, but I like handsome black men too. Like I love handsome dark skinned men, but I'm low key starting to like the light skins. They kind of win in my favor.
You just be thoughtful.
Yeah,
D1, she a D1
hater. Yeah, because that's a lie. I do like dark skinned men, but that wasn't the lie. The other part was the lie. I'm just going to expose my life. Okay. Yeah, okay. Y'all go buy these. These are 500.
Now with the chicken, I feel like it's better in large quantities. Like you can go get a 4-piece, 6-piece, then hook it up. When it's like 10, 20, they like, well, we're gonna do half of this shit, right? The other half.
You heard them. They told y'all. They said, do you want the 4-piece with the two? I said 4-piece with the two. I said 4 chicken, 2 fish. That's what they were trying to get.
I'll do what they pay for.
Yeah, because you pay a lot of money for that nasty shit. I should have bought these 2 times.
I told you.
But what no?
I love nuts.
Nope. I said I love nuts for Stacia.
I mean, it's not my time. You know? As long as you know. They taste good. You eat it.
That is so nasty, brother.
Why? It don't matter the kind. I eat all the nuts. Peanuts, pecans, goddamn everything. They nuts. If I could climb the goddamn trees and there was nuts hanging, I'ma take them.
Oh, that kind of sound like baby. No. Put in. No. Go get the water jug. No, babe. What the fuck? Quinn! No, there's some tissue. No. Quinn, no! Quinn, get the water jug. Quinn, don't do this to yourself. Be strong.
You said no sugar. You said no sugar. Sugar down. He just did that. He lied. I'm tripping. This sugar is for me. I need sugar.
Lexus, get that, bro. You just lick my hand.
And I started thinking about it. I started seeing white sequences right there. Like, yes.
No, no.
He was gonna drink it. Mm-hmm. That's him. He always trying to prove a point. If we said, Quinez, don't do it, don't do it. He wanted to do it just because we said, don't do it.
That ice cream
and
boy
then
was
he's going to say, oh. I don't care. I literally don't care. Did they give us napkins?
Alright. If my brother get 10 likes on this video,
This is a stream, bro.
I don't know how that works. If y'all give him some. Okay. If you get 10 likes on this video, when this video over, I'm gonna come back and I'm telling the story.
Alright, let's do a story time.
Now let me tell y'all the truth. I always been black. But one time I was like, I'm orange. No. I got a lot of books in my room. The only thing they want to hear about is when men come together and they eat each other anuses.
That's not what they want to hear. And I frankly don't want to hear that shit either.
Richard said, why? Why? Look at him. Why? Why? Look at him. What's up? Like, what's wrong with him? He's fat.
Alright, chat. I'm being honest with you. I won't buy another.
I won't buy nothing again.
Another macro pose.
This is what I recommend.
Is a regular go-to.
No. This is what we recommend. The best thing in the whole shop. The only thing that get a 9. You get these, and your life feel like it changed. You get this other food, and you feel like you lost your life. You feel like you lost your life because you lost your money.
Cheesecake.
It wasn't no cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Let me say cheesecake.
Oh, it's okay. No. This is
Why
what you.
ice cream truck?
This is what make you feel great inside. I don't know what he's telling you, but this is the only thing that is worth spending your money on. If you want something good, this is what you need to get. You don't need to get nothing else. Now, if you like nuts like me, you can get these. They bigger nuts and they bigger grape dogs. I mean, they're just looking to get people at the night and stealing. You put you in ice cream.
What did you say to me?
If they're stealing you.
No. Stop it. It got too quiet. He said, oh.
Well.
Crazy. Jack.
On the back. I'm not going to show you my book.
Oh.
Buckets? You don't even know. You have never read the book.
Kiss the girls and make them.
Yeah, kiss the girls and make them cry. I'm reading this book. It's a grown ass man with no shirt on. He got straight ass from cover. I'm walking around reading the cover. Like, well, that's you, Daddy. I'm like, no. Yo, tell me why this book started so fucking juicy. We're doing a porno. I don't know. We'll just set the scene up for y'all, alright?
And that's juicy?
We just set the scene up for y'all. Let me just set the scene up for y'all.
They sluttier than women.
Before y'all think that I'm just some type of slutty out, whatever kind of.
Yeah, I remember that women like that.
So the book start out, right? Richard and Nancy. Richard is he like a head honcho in their strip club. That they do brick by brick. You know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? How someone get out that mud, right? He got out that mud, him and his woman, right? So most of their money was illegit, right? Hey, so they started this little strip club,
They were sucking dick.
That's a condo, but they're really making their cash from the women prostituting.
Because they were sucking dick.
I was type of right?
So they were sucking dick.
Richard was getting in on that after I was in. His wife never condoned it. You know what I'm saying? Nancy never condoned it. She always knew her husband.
Is this the story with the friend?
She always knew her husband wasn't but it was never
He was a cheater. He was a whore. I would have slapped him. You can just tell her.
We can get it right. So, Richard and Nancy, right? So,
I do.
Richard, him and Nancy get into that. The book started out. Nancy talking to Richard like, hey, what you doing? Type stuff, he telling like, I'm gonna lock up. He telling I'm gonna lock up. I'm close up down to see you at home. She like, that baby, all you're doing, you know, some shit like
Now
that.
she knew her husband was finna cheat, but she knew she wanted that money and she just had to be quiet and shut up
So,
and be good.
so, and she, like you said, she really is the team, so she just like, whatever, Richard. I said, no, you don't take it for fucking. So Richard, do what you're supposed to do, talk to boy, do what's normal though. He told the security guard, like, saying, no, this is Artie Nelson. This is Artie Nelson, Lovely D, right? This foreign ass, you know, they got a, I forgot how to describe it, I don't want to misquote it. But she basically, she got a nice little body on her, you know what I'm saying? Freaky bitch, I don't know, yeah, different, right?
Black.
He called her into the office game. He talking about some, I'm talking about, she walked in, walking on stage, running shit. My man Rick was sitting already over there, ready, just, you know, just falling off the bone, ready type shit, right? He told him, like,
She falling off the ball already.
he asked her,
That's how you know Quinelle.
he asked her, look, chat, look, not even 5 minutes into their conversation. He walked in, he said, he like, what can I help you? She said, you can start by licking this pussy type shit.
Quinelle.
That's way too graphic. Yeah, we know it's telling all about.
Falling off the ball already. That's a new one.
We do this, though. We do this, though, right?
Okay, I'm fine.
He goes dumb, man. He goes crazy. All right, damn.
You're not going through
He know he did. Look, Richard, bro. Damn, buddy, y'all was struggling. I mean, the young ladies can stay with gang. I'm telling you, gang. Listen. They talk about an old man like my man was in the gym, bro. Like, my man was in the gym, straight cardio work.
Shit, the gym was fucking them big bitches. I'm already knowing. Lifting them hoes.
Bro, it's the reason them 70, 80, 90 different type of treatment.
No, that's not why the 70, 90. My grandma said, she said, they gonna look this pussy. They gonna look it clean. They gonna lick this pussy when they stick this pussy. They gonna lick this pussy.
That's my fucking point. Freak the fuck out. Nothing is
Grandma.
I'm overstimulated right now.
You know she always said, if money comes in,
this book comes out. Richard gets set up by the ladies. Not even find that after seeing the office type shit. You feel me? Him and security are getting ready to walk out. They got that shit. But he just gave her a bill like cash. They got successful night at the strip club and shit. You know what I'm saying? She leave out. Yes, a lot of shit in the works. The 95 years later. Oh God. I know. Ran in. Like, whoa. They security guard push Richard back. Type shit. For your safety type shit. Security guard ended up getting his ass. That's how. Hit him in check. Do fail. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to struggle and shit. You know, he fucked up, but he can't do it. So they go in there, you know what I'm saying? Tell Richard, like, yo, open his face type shit. Richard decided, okay, maybe if I conform, this ain't the first time he's wrong. Let's just talk about the chat. He's like, you know, they gonna do like the rest of them. Don't think one thing about their way. So it kind of seemed like that was the trajectory of the situation. Because of the simple fact that they didn't kill the nigga on rip. They went. Like, it's a possibility.
But did he get killed?
It's a possibility that they went off. He simply, okay, so he gave him his stuff. Okay, he gave him his stuff. My head is like, you gave him his stuff, you already got robbed me. Motherfucker, he's trying to make a call. Me and Robert. Anyway, this dumbass nigga decided to go for his loan. They got a ring in his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally.
That's how he got killed.
What is his wife?
He went to go there, yeah. And then he was calling his phone. I mean, yeah, that's calling his phone because, you know, like, yo, you gotta really move shit down.
And they got him killed.
He won't get killed anyway because first of all, you're married and you stepping out on your wife. You think nothing not gonna happen to you? You're out of there, buddy.
I mean, even if he didn't get killed, something was going to
happen.
Richard, well, I'll tell y'all what. Richard got off. That nigga got off. That nigga's dead now. Richard.
I know, because she going to find out about the friend. You got to tell them the good parts about the birthday. That's too far. That's what everything.
That's a good one. Like, she actually done, like, she never has, and, been, like, her husband. When it comes to the business and pleasure type thing, she always keep her business.
Because why do you need pleasure when you got your husband? You better make that husband do whatever he needs.
Say that.
If it's a good woman, she might look, but she's not gonna be looking to touch them.
Her husband was like more easy going,
free spirit.
But a slut gonna fuck.
Her, she like, yeah,
She gonna put that.
she like, I think you on this fucking phone. The craziest two.
That's the best friend.
That type of thing. This type, she roll with an iron tone. Iron fist. She can't be soft on her because she's a woman and she changed the whole format. Used to be women exotic dancers. All she has nothing but male exotic dancers. And she doesn't sleep with any of them. And she doesn't sleep with any of them. Like she said, the temptation is real, but it's more so just like she can't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't getting off on
Don't want to be her dad.
Don't want to be like her doctor. Man, all right,
So they still married?
Yeah, we're not. Richard's dead. Richard's dead. Richard's white. He's dead. Yeah, niggas not.
Karma.
Look at that. Why you didn't tell him about how he found? Wasn't Richard alive when she found out that about the baby?
I mean, yeah, but they talk about her relationship with her best friend. Why it's so strange. For example, one of her best friends. Fuck, we don't get right to it. All right. So she got his best friend.
That ain't her best friend.
You gonna call her? You gonna call her best friend?
But your enemy.
You call her best friend Natalie. You call her Natalie. Right? Natalie got a daughter, right? All Natalie's 5-year-old daughter life, this lady has been the godmother of that child. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, Natalie's daughter, right? Let's talk about this. Natalie's daughter, like I said, she went to beyond birthday parties. You know what I'm saying? She take her to and fro stuff. Godmother stuff, that type of thing, right? She that for her. Take her friend and shit, but mind you, her friend always been broke as fuck herself, but like for some odd reason,
always had that money.
Yeah,
come today.
Always had some money, right? But like, for not even always had money. She literally never.
No way, you my best friend. You keeping shit stuff like that from me.
Check this is why she's so confused. She never presented to have like she had any kind of money. The friend went on the tell like, hey, I never told you I don't know who the dad is. I told you that. But she was trying to say like I thought you didn't know who the dad was. When the birthday party came up, she ended up giving the car across the counter, and then she said, "Oh yeah, her dad decided to help last minute." So Nancy, she's like, "Wait a minute, I thought you didn't know who the dad was." Her friend told her like, "I just told you that because I fear for my child."
That should have been a red flag right there. She's stupid.
Like she said, she feared for her
relationship with her child. What you mean by that?
So I was so yeah, it threw me off too, chat, but it
don't got nothing to do with it.
I would have beat the mom up in the
back. Just leave it up there, show the nasty emotions and why she feel like she's feeling. She had this birthday party, the fifth birthday came up. Her husband, he don't even go to a kid's birthday party. He ain't never went to a kid's birthday party. His birthday in particular come up. Natalie's daughter's birthday come up. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Natalie talking about some. She had this big old birthday. The dad just spent 20 bands. We walked the down. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go crazy. Oh, man, that was he already bought this big ice thing. He went up for the baby. Like, no cap, right? We was here, child. All right, bet. So they going shopping and shit. And she had her car on the table. She covered the name up on the car type thing. And Nancy had it set off from her. She like, why would she cover the name on the car? If it, I ain't never been that type of friend that really care. I just want to make sure, everything's okay, that type of thing. But no, like Nancy was just thrown off, so she went and checked her. Something just told her like it was in the first place. Nancy should get Nancy, it's been nagging her for a minute. She just never wanted to assume it was her best friend on top of all that.
Yeah, she was blinded.
You know what I'm saying? It's like your best friend sleeping with this nigga, and your best friend knows this nigga too. And your best friend
not just her nigga, her husband. Hello.
Hold on, they got a child as well. They had a child with her father, the father of her children too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he don't do none of this shit he doing for this girl.
So that's where his heart at. You can't tell me out there.
Like I said, she found out checked the bank statement.
It ain't like she ain't know.
Checked the bank statement and she checked her husband's card. Only because she thought
they played
oh, that's why she assumed. Hold on. This is why she assumed that it was her husband. You know what I'm saying? Because so like the birthday party came up and all of a sudden her husband wants to go to Natalie's 5-year-old daughter's birthday party. He don't even go to his own daughter's birthday party. Now, mind you, she just was at the store.
His lips up.
She was just at the store with Natalie, and they were buying all the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But your husband,
like $5 grand, right? The car looked familiar. Yeah, a lot of people had a car. They stopped making the car when they made my husband, right? That's how she was feeling. But it was in Natalie.
I was in the car.
Later on that day, and Richard ended up asking her like, "Hey, are you still going? I want to come through," type thing. So now it's like, why would you want to go?
He was trying to make sure she wasn't going. So if he did, she'll what?
No, he didn't care that she was going. I'm telling you. Richard truly thought she was clueless. I'm telling you. They went to the party, Nancy did her research, she pissed. She let the night go by. She waited to the whole, I think 2 weeks right now. I think it was like
how did she play it cool for that
I think it was
long?
like 2 weeks.
I'm not even gonna do it 2 minutes. What do you mean?
She went like everything was regular.
I would have, like, it would have been hard. That would have been hard.
The day of,
like, I wouldn't have wanted to ruin the baby birthday.
Richard walked in first.
That would have been some hard.
Richard walked in first.
He would have been divorced.
He all in Natalie ear like this, low key whispering a little love shit to her. You know what I'm saying?
That baby, I'm sorry.
Some man a coochie tickle. Wow, it ain't different, right? So
what is up with you, bro?
She laughing and shit.
Baby,
Nancy walked in.
Nancy was stupid.
Nancy walked in like, no, she know all this shit now. She's like, let me in on the joke.
Right, because why you in her ear? Like, I would have just started punching.
Right?
At that point, what do you mean?
No, she said, he didn't say anything to just now. He used the words just now. Yeah, if not, Nancy about one with shorty right there, like, she was gonna tweet with her, like, I'm about, hold her back, Nancy, come back, I got you. Look, don't play with Nancy, boo. They describe Nancy as the average looking lady, but she got a nice looking body, shot. I'm telling you, but she dark skin though. You know what I'm saying? They always try to downplay my dark skin queen. I don't like that. Look. I truly do. I'm gonna draw my own depiction of Nancy because we ain't finna do my black queen like that. Ain't no fucking
I ain't gonna count that shit.
But anyway, so look, hold on, tell you about it. We getting there now. We're to the juicy part.
This you been around.
She read the bitch her right. The lady tried to ask him, she's like, oh, everything's so funny. She's like, when was y'all gonna tell me type shit? Richard told her like, nah.
I know he dookied on himself.
Richard was pissed, right? Richard tried to get her. She threw the damn receipt to her. I'm talking about, I'm talking about, got her in the fire. They got started beating shorty ass. Boom. I'm talking about, look, I'm gonna grab the book. I'm talking about, beat. Come on, woo. And woo, you trying to woo. You know how that shit go,
right? Like,
yeah, right? Bitch, I'm giving you money, you bought.
Look, Richard, this is before Richard died, Hold on, take it out. Let me talk about this. The reason they even brought up this situation is because at the beginning, when they're talking about how she wanted Richard as a faithful, that was the case that flipped her, though. You know what I'm saying? He knew Richard was never really faithful. That was what took all the love out of her.
I ain't gonna care.
There's already strange, like she literally
let me
said
be
that
real.
was
It's a difference between being faithful and loyal, right? Even if he wasn't faithful.
For her, it was just a business.
No, but this is good wife. No,
that got to the
I agree, but
she had her love her lifestyle. But she was never
no, it wasn't even that. Because you literally just said, wait, what? She don't even keep
Richard had me.
Just be quiet. Be quiet.
It's a lot of men that have.
Even that.
For her, she
it wasn't about
faithfulness. It's the partnership.
She didn't care.
The book describes it as a business relationship.
She didn't care if he was faithful to her.
It's like, why
She
marry
cared if he was loyal. And he wasn't loyal. This is the thing. You can't be unfaithful and loyal. That's weird, and I used to think you couldn't. But when you look at the definition, in a relationship, yes, you can. It's weird, but you can. Because the definition of loyal means that no matter what, I'm always going to be with you. I'm never going to go against you. That's what loyal to me. Faithfulness, however, is the actual act basically of having sex or whatever. Or sex or whatever you consider cheating. Okay? So that's what makes it. He was already unfaithful, right? But when he became unloyal with me, he chose somebody that
close to
So
her.
close to her. That's why I was saying.
And he was not loyal. She made him give a fuck and he was unfaithful. A lot of women don't get fucking people like that.
How long you keeping it?
As long as it's not nobody else. Like, I'm gonna say something crazy. But to an extent, I do not care to be cheated. This is how you do it. And it's crazy. Because it's only because I'm being like on the other side, like even women is kind of wild. So like I learned people gonna do their thing. Especially bitches, they gonna do their thing. They gonna do their thing so bad your ass gonna. So I learned we can play our own game.
What the fuck?
We can play our game, we gonna play that game, I'm gonna play that game.
It's like, why do that when you could just be single?
Look, another book I'm reading, y'all. It's called The Black Godfather. It got this dude named Grim. He ended up going to like the military. They sent him off because God took control. It was either jail time or serving in the military. This nigga opted to serve in the military. At least I get to shoot my gun on turn on type thing. You know? He like, I'll do this bid, I got a record type thing. They got a chance to take funds and shit, and I'm fighting for my country. You know, he saw it from a positive perspective. I guess he saw some type of honor in it. Anyway, it was a suicide mission, child. They sent them on a fucking suicide mission for their very first deployment. I cannot make this shit up. Literally, they sent them to this place where like these known thugs and criminals and shit were like, it was literally a suicide mission. I can't make this shit up, child. And when they get there, he got in trouble for fighting at a bar though. Him and his friends they went to a bar and like stealing from drunk folks and got caught type shit. It was crazy. But yeah, once he got back older, like he got back home, time went by, he went from little rim to big rim. Oh, he went to this thing like the gauntlet. It's called a gauntlet. Basically, niggas, you had to fight, you had to kill 10 minutes. You had to kill 10 minutes. If you made it out with your life, then you were free. If you wanted to stay, then you could stay. Some people were actually so used to the dude he ended up fighting was so used to being there, he never wanted to leave. He literally like had an undefeated record, like 99 like that nigga was strong as hell for no reason. You know them psychos, bro. Them motherfuckers don't think about shit, don't care. Yeah, he fought one of those. He outwitted the motherfucker, bro. He was just, I gotta read y'all these books, chat. Black Godfather and Kill Together Make Time. It's two books, fire. Black Godfather by Corn, and then
All right, let's talk about something more interesting. So I don't know why nobody on my chat talking to me other than us, but let me tell you something. If it was 3 fat people here, which is me, Maya and Quinez, they are here. I eat the most. I just don't look like it. Yeah, so there's 3 fat people here. What you ask? You could just chat in the comments. Where are comments at?
Like where it appear at?
I would say not, better than that. But it's there right there. Not aware of it. Something about some food. Oh, hey, Ray. I see it. Hey, girl.
Where you at?
That's what it said. Say, hey, Ray. What's her name? Say, hey, Ray.
Where you at?
Right there, tiny. That little tiny right there. I told you, you're not going to be able to see it.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah. No, we don't need it bigger. We can see it. It's just like we couldn't see it. We don't need it bigger.
Normally, I don't know why my YouTube chat not coming through. I know y'all talking to the pop up screen. Yeah. But when I'm streaming, like, it usually pop up right here in my
Wait a minute.
It says slow mode. Y'all want to eat some food. Okay, so what everybody want to talk about then? I want to talk about this. I want to talk about dating in my community. I just turned 21.
Why do you feel balanced?
Why nobody was talking about that?
How do you feel that you
balance or boundaries? Well, you just work on your balance. You work on yourself.
What you mean?
It's simple. It's very simple. I'm about to tell you something. It's a song that I love. I wish I could play it, but Janae Aiko sung it best. What she said, They lost everything. No, they left every. Her mom taught them they lost everything in the fire. But my mom said, "Why aren't you smiling? I think you're wildin'." That's not.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big Janae fan, so I know I started it because I didn't know
Come
how
on,
to
bro,
put
move.
it really.
I don't have no food for you, man.
I ain't been done eating like a long time ago. He said, "I'm the fucking dog. I'm pet me." What? Well, the thing is, like, when it comes to balance, I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion about balance. Balance is all in oneself. Every single thing that you need for this life is inside of you. Okay? A dick did not come inside of you, so you don't need it. A pussy did not come inside of you, so you don't need it. It feel good if you got it, but you don't need it. You don't come in this world with money, so you don't need it. Now, the only thing in this world you do need is some goddamn food and water. You don't need no chicken. You might want a chicken, but you don't need no chicken. You can have some goddamn celery and lettuce like I used to eat, and some goddamn blueberries. Might not taste the best to you, but it's great. And it make you feel good, make you happy. You might not like it, but that's might have to be what you got. That's right.
Don't say
Or
that.
was it man?
No, it wasn't, man. I felt something like this.
I don't know then. It wasn't me that time. I'm sorry. I know he was just like right there for a little bit. I'm like, I don't know. It wasn't this thing. I know it's not even on there.
No, but it on this side.
I don't know. Scary. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Hey, I'm going. I'm about to go on dates in real life, and I'm going to live stream all my dates. Y'all want to start a dating show?
No.
Hey, why don't we do like a dating thing? Why don't we do
like this?
Why don't we do like a dating thing? Nobody listen. That's what I
I
said.
don't know what it was.
You don't have a song. You think it's he think it's the baby.
What?
The slug is inherited. I didn't inherit slug. I inherited bum. My dad had the bumminess. I'm not a bum, but that's what I inherited. Like so bum behaviors I inherited. I sleep a lot, I eat a lot, I talk shit a lot. Well my dad don't talk shit, but I did inherit that from my grandma. She got that real pride. She gonna cuss your ass out as a sailor and look good doing it. I love it. You know she real to the T. Come on now, don't act like Glory ain't that thing. Period. I want to talk about my old grandma. She was to be the type that curse you out while she chewed tobacco and tell you how you ain't shit. I didn't like those cursings. Those was them old school cursing. You ain't never had no motherfucking curse you out while they eating tobacco. And they just oh god. Oh god. That's really understand. And then they go, it used to be so nasty.
You don't know to shoot a loogie?
It's not even a loogie. See, a loogie, listen, Maya, a loogie, listen, people spit tobacco spit way further than a loogie. You see my grandma spit before. That shit is nasty. Like, I'm not trying to say a loogie is not nasty, this is all nasty. But if you ever in your life witnessed that shit is fucking disgusting. Like, man, I was a little thing. I was going over there, and she always, like, her life, tobacco. She never
Like, they
stopped.
really try to make us look like dumb.
And then shit.
Like what flavor? Like what?
Tobacco. Tobacco. That's what they used to from the fields, because you gotta realize my grandma was in a sharecropper. She was back then when slavery, like, everybody always want to talk about it wasn't done on the first of all. Of course, I remember she died. She was alive in like 1925 or 19 whatever. She was alive back then. She old as hell, you know? So, like, I don't want to hear no motherfucking people be saying that fucking shit. These black people that didn't been alive in these times. Damn, she's 100 and she was born in 1925, right? I didn't even say 1925. I mean, like 1975. But still, that's all I said.
I really just felt like stabbing.
I'm sorry, it shouldn't be like 25. It should be somewhere between 25 and 35. Because her ass was in her 90s, her later 90s when she passed away. She didn't quite hit 100 because her birthday was coming up in a few days. She passed away a few days for her birthday. You didn't lay down. Chad, I hit your ass from the yoga man. Chad, hey. Anyway, one thing I want to start doing is we do these lives, and we prank people, and we start a dating show. I want to start a dating show. Just hear my idea. We're going to tell the chat. We're going to start a dating show for you Peorian people. If y'all want to date me, you got to be pretty. I got more requirements than that, but yeah. I won't be on a dating show. I will be the host. Not dating nobody from Peoria. Not right now. Okay, I don't even date people. Did we get a gift? I sounded like I got a gift. Well, it's nice to get views. It's nice to be pretty. It's nice to be ugly too. I've been ugly before. I like being ugly. When you're ugly, you can tell if people actually like you. The prettier I got, the more I hated it because you don't know if somebody likes you.
Bro, what do you be talking about?
The prettier you get, the more you don't know if they like you. The more you ugly, the more you know if they like you. Because if you're undesirable and they like you, they actually like you. If you look good and you could be like a trophy wife, they could just like you because you're a trophy. A lot of men hate their wives. And I never want to be that. Because I talk too much. I can't be with someone that hates me. Well, I mean, it's not even just that. Like, I'm not, and this is something else. I'm not against my man wanting some dick, maybe. But let's talk about it. You can't be getting that open. I gotta watch you penetrate some ass. And I've been in the
Hey, whoever's doing that picture, the blink light.
No, I can't participate in that.
Now listen, I don't want
I don't want my man get bent over, nor do I want him to do the business.
Now listen, I don't want no man.
A man.
You gotta hear this. No, I want one too, but you gotta hear this.
No, that ain't no manly man. You want me to get pegged and
I ain't know that. I never wanted no man to get pegged.
You might as well.
Nah, I fuck a bitch, man, but I don't believe in pegging. Let's talk
You
about
just don't know what the fuck.
No, if
like you literally don't.
If somebody
you contradict yourself so much. What did you just say?
I don't believe in pegging.
I don't care about my man getting a little bit dick, maybe. Then I say peg. Now she
that's like that's not the same. Pegging is a bitch.
You might as well. No. You want to get
no, I don't. No, if I'm gonna be with a man, if I'm gonna be with a man and they gay, they gonna be fucking some ass.
That man foul anyway.
And that same penis
but that is gay.
He gonna say you want to put it on.
No. I would rather not be with my man once I'm saying I'm gay. However, what I'm saying is, it is the fact that most men are gay.
But
that don't make no sense, bro.
Y'all don't realize most men are.
Look, I'm seeing no pimp online.
But most men are gay. Y'all need to realize there's so many men out here that's gay. Like, I'm being real. Like, listen, I found out recently that 90% of niggas is gay.
You just love talking. You just said that you wouldn't mind your man taking, and then gonna say once I find out my man gay, I'm not.
I never said taking him that good. It's a difference.
Okay. She loved it. That's what she said. She literally said that. Okay, let me be real. She said she wanted to get screwed like a top, and now she trying to retract her
She
statement.
said,
I
"I'm
didn't.
not serious."
No.
It's okay.
Oh no, they like let me see my little chat.
Yeah.
I needed that laugh. Oh yeah, I bet you that. I need some more laughs too because let me tell y'all
Like,
something.
that don't make sense.
No,
It's just like, you like, you
no,
love
it don't make sense. Let me tell you, no,
I
no,
would listen
no,
to you
because
talk stage, but it'd be like, you be going one direction,
no,
you go
that's
another
not
direction,
true.
you go back
That's not
another
true.
direction.
No, because I love this man. Let me be real. I'm about to explain this shit to everybody so everybody can get it.
Please, so we
Okay,
don't want you
everybody can hear this, and everybody can hear this clear. I don't want no girls. I like gay men in the vicinity of liking women. I prefer masculine men, straight men. I prefer those. However, straight men and DL men wear the same clothes. Like they basically the same people. You can't tell the difference half the time. They all gay. Okay.
That's not true. So that statement debunked.
So
That's not true.
yeah, that's what I just said. So listen, this is the problem though. The problem is this. Like I can't be like I can't be like I'm against a man who bisexual when I'm technically by my damn self. And I didn't
by myself. It's crazy.
I'm technically by my damn self. Can't this is the thing about it. I found out recently that I'm sure that I found out recently that it's not that much different between the feminine man and the masculine woman and all that. Like they're very much similar. Plus, honestly, the gay bi men will give you money, take you. You can have fun together.
A straight man would do that too. So
I didn't say they won't.
So what did you get?
Straight men be gay. I'd rather if they is gay, at least I know they're gay. I want a straight man, not a fake like straight. See, I'm scared of fake straight. I thought I was with somebody straight, and I don't be knowing. I think they all be lying. All men the same. They all gay. I tell y'all. First of all, it's only 10%.
They not.
Because there's only 10% of men that ain't gay.
I don't believe that.
It is. That's
There's
true.
A lot of
No, it's true.
Happy with their wives.
No, they're not. I'm happy you said that. No. Let's talk about that. I'm gonna tell y'all some crazy shit. My mom literally had friends. Literally friends.
That's your mom friend.
No. Hear this out.
They not.
No, you're not listening. She had friends that's married, and her friends is her friends is the type of person like so they getting the straight men that is happy at home with their wife. They getting them.
Them niggas not straight. What don't you get? A straight man.
That's the point I'm saying. They say they're straight, so they're the straight men at home that die. They're not. The problem is all these men say they're straight and they not. Shit, I remember a while ago. So like, I remember a while ago, my mom met this man, and he swore up and down he was straight. And I'm telling my mom, no, this man is not straight. This man not straight.
Sugary.
She's like, I look good, he's straight. No, he's not. She done tell me something. She told me something, and I'm like, laugh at her, because I'm like, I know he's not straight. I could look at him and but I'm gonna be real. So like, this is my thing with like the gay man thing. If you my gay man, right, I need to see.
Define that.
Yes.
Define that right now.
I'm about to define it. If y'all for me, I need to see them test. And I need money.
So they can just buy you all this.
No, I need to see test and money. Shit, I don't give a fuck if they gay. Most niggas gay anyway. Fuck that, I get to watch fucking free films. Ain't gotta go to porn today again. It's just right there.
How was y'all raise kids in that?
What kid?
Thriving dynamic.
What kid you talking
about? Oh yeah, he gay.
Ain't no kids.
Fuck around, get thought my kids get mad sometimes alcohol and shit.
They said, now you asking for too much.
So you basically saying that you don't want being in 11 or marriage?
Yeah, I like that. I As long as I get money, okay.
Yeah.
They went to love, yeah.
Nah, love costs money that I don't got.
What the old people, women be saying love don't pay the bills.
Exactly. It
What
costs
they
money.
say, love don't cost a damn thing.
That's a lie. It do. That's a lie. Love costs money. I know it do. See, even the ones that's cheap, it costs money. It costs money. I love my dog, and my dog costs money. They be lying, cause listen, Meme is the prettiest motherfucking dog in the world. You see Meme, but look at him. Look at Meme. Look at you over there biting his ass.
Yeah, this whole conversation making my
He said, "I'm black as hell," and y'all talking about some this shit. Real niggas don't talk about no gay shit. Nah, you know I ain't got no issues. You know, see the thing is, I've been wondering. I ain't gonna cap. And then my lovely and if my lovely is watching this, my lovely, pretty cute.
She said if y'all watching this and y'all cute, hit her.
No. I'm
That's
actually
what she said.
no, I'm not. I'm actually shouting out one person from our job because I don't know who all watched this.
Oh, you finna piss me off.
No, my lovely, my cute Shane. You didn't know that, didn't you? No, like so, like this is my thing. I think some men are cute.
Like Houdini doors?
Like your dick just overly inflated.
Somebody gotta suck the swelling out, like the like.
Wait.
You gotta suck the poison out, right?
What if we got pregnant from our phone?
Well,
a lot of y'all be
some fucking bitches. Yeah, I know a lot of Kunet's friends have been pregnant as fuck. They had 10, 12 kids. So my brother Kevin, shit, he would have been. Kevin would have had like.
Ooh, Kevin would have been pregnant every day, bro. He wouldn't even have.
He wouldn't even be doing that every day because it's well, again, like you ain't putting that down.
Oh, you stupid! You don't even understand. That's actually called something. I just thought about it.
Every month, every other month.
If what you were saying existed, which they have a thing for that, they like in a perfect world. If I lived in a world,
that's not a perfect world.
No, in a perfect world, which is alpha, betas, and omegas. If I lived in that world, which is a perfect world, I could have my male and male.
She smokes, I smoke.
You know, male and male relationship. So like. If I was born a male, this is pretty fucked up. I never really tell people this, but like the reason I used to love Stephen James as my cover is because if I was born a male, I would have been fucking males. Like I've been fucking them asses real good.
You just disgusting.
Hey, I just blow that smoke to the left. I got you. I low key wanted to be a dominatrix. If I had enough money, I'd be. Dear white males, if y'all need a dominatrix, y'all can hear my line. It started at $500. I'll fuck your ass good.
Don't say that shit sitting this one. Don't say hey, you sit next to me.
It started at $500 for the courses.
She said the bidding starts at $5.
If I have to actually fuck your ass, it costs more money.
What are you giving you $500?
I'm a dominatrix. I'm a spank them. I'm make them feel great. Y'all give me money just to be in my presence. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You gotta remember.
Oh, good thing you went out there.
That's why Matrix was looking at him like, what he been doing, blackie? Anyway, let me tell y'all. I actually got a book you would probably want to read about it. You want to see it? It's called it's for women about men.
I feel like it's a lot of women in today's age who do lavender marriages. There's a lot of women that loves gay men.
Let me be real. I love gay men, but I love gay men different. I'm talking about
loving them like
stay away from me.
You know what I mean? No, I love gay men. Like I didn't love gay men my whole life. I didn't realize my first crush was gay. My brother said he always knew he was gay. My first crush was gay. My second crush was gay. Shit, my third crush was gay. My fourth and fifth crush wasn't gay. But most of my crushes was gay.
You're real fucking crazy.
And me and Taya both liked the gay boy together. And he was fine. Finest man I seen in my life. Short, but fine. I ain't gonna care. That motherfucker was the finest man I seen in my life. The finest ethnic man, not black man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real.
Oh my God! Please don't start over.
Let's just tell our story.
Start on chapter 1. Don't start with that nasty.
Hold up. We got 2 viewers. No. They love our conversation. We got 2 viewers right now. It's not about that. Now listen. I gotta tell y'all. I told y'all if y'all get 10 viewers, I tell y'all whatever y'all want to know. Y'all just gotta get my viewer count up. Now listen, my brother may tell y'all, but I'm about to start a stream. I'm way more unfiltered. I'm more unfiltered than Cornez. So if y'all want to hear the real unfiltered about the world, you gonna hear it. Now listen, my opinion is wow. I can't say too much on his. I can't say too much on his thing, but I'm gonna say power to my people. No. I'm gonna say power to my people.
You're right. My sister has some radical thinking.
And I'm gonna say
I don't feel like it's radical at all.
I'm extremist, but it's okay. We all have our things. I love black men, and if black men don't love me, then I don't like them. And let me tell you another thing. I do not like gay bi men. I love gay people, even black gays. But I prefer to dominate white men. So that's the only reason they can be my boyfriend.
No,
But you probably don't want to.
I lost the viewer when I said that. They probably was a white girl. I watched the viewer. I don't know. You can't take my money. She don't got nothing to do with that. First of all, you know damn well that don't got nothing to do with that. White men love their ass to play with. On the stories that I read, it's all this thing. They talk about the big ass dicks and they want to fuck.
One night changes everything.
Oh my god.
Somebody want to hear that. They want to hear me.
I feel uncomfortable when you read it.
Yeah, that's what you can tell they hear from my story. They want to hear our real stories, not our book stories. We're going to read that next time. No, we're going to read that next time when we do our book club.
No, we're going to read this right now.
Why we don't do that when we do our book club? You already did that. Let's do that when we do our book club. Because that should be our next. Yeah. But let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all my straight type, and then I'm going to tell y'all my woman type. So look, if I'm going to go. Hold up, Vanessa. Let me tell them my types. So I just need this fine, light skinned man. Okay, he was lighter than me. He was like.
I've been practicing for 5 years. He was like,
okay, you know, like if you bake biscuits. No, listen. You know, like if you bake biscuits and they were like, okay,
but they're not done the inside all the way.
You bake biscuits and they be soft and fluffy, but he's like, you look at him like, all right, about 5-7 more minutes. He was that.
Yeah, he was like that. His hair was gorgeous. Now listen though, this is the thing.
I don't want to say gorgeous.
No, the hair was gorgeous. No, it was the gorgeous for the hair. It was the hair. Now the girl, it was a fine ass girl. I didn't know she was gay. My gaydar, when it comes to girls, my gaydar be broke. Cause she kept giving me the ball, but I ain't know if she was playing with balls or if she was playing with me. You know, let me tell you about it. I take a bitch down. I take a bitch down quick. Now I don't really take niggas down like that. But if they cute, I might just take them down, maybe. But I gotta know they ass for a long time, and I gotta know them. Like we gotta be. What that Trey song? He said we can't be friends. Now fuck that nigga. You better be my friend, for I beat your fucking ass. You ain't get shit out of me. Can't get no coochie out. Put some glue on your butt. I'll put you in the fucking beat you up.
And I'm the spirit animal, please.
Don't worry.
No, this is what you call it.
Wait a minute, what that mean?
That doesn't sound so weird.
What you mean lubricating them? What you want to do?
You hear this, dude? Or the baby on all that shit. I'm having a belt. I'm gonna beat your ass. Look, it is different.
Okay, now listen though.
I'm gonna have her pop up on your own shit.
No, I'm not doing that when they in the shower. No, because first of all, if they in the shower, that means they good looking and they black. You're not coming in there when they shower.
That's weird. I don't feel like
That's fair.
You should do that.
But
Come
anyway,
on, she gonna live her own life. If they break each other heart, that's not your
yeah,
business.
because one thing about it
Breaking
is
heart.
he don't realize.
That's not your business.
No, I'm gonna be okay.
We ain't talking about putting that hands on her. See,
ain't no nigga break my jaw.
we not talking about.
No, let me be real. I'm about to be real. I'm about to say something. I learned from the best women in my life. The reason why men don't want to. The reason why.
Sean, I don't know if you're watching this, but you got your lighter.
Yeah, I got that lighter, Cuddy. It's mine.
I was on my way to turn around.
I said we was going home. I ain't gonna cap. I said I need that lighter. I said my cousin got some lighters. No, I'm not gonna cap. I had took that lighter. I needed it. He took it and I needed it. So I needed it.
Yes, I am the lighter.
Alright, but anyway, back to me. So y'all people be trying to act like y'all so everything. Anyway, I basically is paying for y'all people who want to know. And no, I don't for no pots and pans. It's basically whatever I want, whatever you want. I can't provide. No, I don't. I don't provide for everybody. Y'all got issues. We got issues again. Anyway, I don't think I got that many issues. But let me tell you something, and you tell them too. It did just pop up.
What is that touchscreen?
It is. Already been to that. I've been to that.
All the
What kind of cookie?
Anyway, it's an
Because when you kept touching, I'm like, dang, what is it?
glitching. Anyway, let me tell you something. If you want to know if your man gay, hold up, I gotta tell them some tricks. I'm about to tell them tricks and tips. Oh, can I start? That's another one I should start. How to know if your man is gay? Well, so let's start that today. So I never been with a gay man that I know of. Cause I only been with one person, and I hope they're not gay. But if they gay, I'm gonna be like, live your truth. They live their truth if they gay. If they be gay, they just live their truth. But let me tell you about this. Okay. If your man gay, you need to check his ass. But if you think your man, if you think your man might be gay, you need to look at his ass, not fuck his ass. Check.
Why would he?
Because he not gonna be. He not gonna be thinking of it.
First of all, because when he his booty and look at his own.
No, because first of all, a lot of men. Listen,
they don't want you to be.
That's a lie. No, gay men. No, there's a difference. It's a difference between them dudes who and experimenting. A lot of women they think this, but that's how you know if a man truly straight. A straight man will never let you mess with their ass. A lot of dudes is gay. They be wanting you to eat their ass, clear their booty, suck their gooch. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. My mom, I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm happy that we on this topic. I told my mom, anal sex is not natural in straight relationships. First of all, when I first started watching gay porn, the first thing that ever came up was anal.
No, what is the gooch?
The gooch is the part right there by the balls. Balls in the ass is literally the meat stack that's right between. Like I draw it. So the balls right here. Oh. I put it in perspective. Put it in perspective on the woman. You know the little part in between the woman's asshole and her coochie. That's what the coochie is right there. On there. First of all, most women who eat coochie. No, I'm happy that you brought up that. Women said women who eat ass, they said they first check your gooch. If you let them lick your gooch, then you will let them eat your ass. And I said, that's how you know if you're a man gay. That's one of the first things you know. Another thing you know if you're a man gay, how your man treats you. If your man calling you a bitch, that ain't fuck that. They don't even know. They usually don't call him handsome nor daddy. They be like, no, in private, not in public. No, a lot of times these ones, the ones that's DL, no, they don't. That be the ones that's openly bi. They calling their homies that they gay. They are see this thing. The problem in the bi community is people in the our community don't realize like when it comes to men, they don't the black one, right? I wasn't talking about the other one. I didn't care about that stuff. I'm with the straights right now. I haven't been with the girls for a minute, so we calling me straight. I don't want no girl right now.
You giving me a goddamn headache, man.
I just told you that. I just said that at the that's the true label. But I'm straight right now because I'm dealing with because I'm trying to deal with them. I'm experimenting with men. We're gonna mess with the girls and the gays later. But we're gonna start with the men. The men that's oh, mine is wolf. I'm telling you why. I can tell you. The wolf don't bow down to nobody. The wolf is the most majestic creature. Your magnet will. But hold up. And this is not this is true. If the wolf is by itself or whatever, the wolf no one. The wolf will fucking die. If you try to put a wolf in a fucking cage, they will fucking starve themselves because the wolf cannot be domesticated in the same way that a dog can. I love wolves. Wolves are truly free animals. When I say they bow down to nobody, they will not bow down to nobody if it's not their alpha. A lot of people don't understand. Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't, and the alpha will not bow down to nobody. The ways that wolves act is the best way to show what families should really be. The alpha lead in the front, the elders is in the middle. Um, the second in command is in the middle behind the elders, and then the sun's out. Yeah, that the sun gonna read the pride. Yeah, because then the dad gotta leave. But a lot, that's why they usually kick their son out right before it comes to adult maturity. What if I said that's not even the most beautiful land ever? Then why your ass ain't a kangaroo? No, I'm serious though. Think about it. Kangaroos. They're the most powerful niggas. They gonna fuck your ass up, son, and they got their baby check check. Alright, one question. Well, it's not a bad thing because lions literally have pride. Like you, first of all, you know how. Well, no. Lions, they crew is called pride. Like you got the male, then you got the all day women, and then you got all day kids. And then once they kids, like the males reach maturity, they get kicked out the pride or they challenge the leader. Because it can only be one head honcho in a lion pride. But a wolf pride is not like that. It is all males, women, everything. They take care of everybody. But it's only can ever be one alpha. Now, I'm gonna say something fucking crazy, and this will blow your minds. You love lions, but the animal that's more like you would be a tiger. Tigers is like everything that people really think lions is and more. Like it is crazy to me because a lot of tigers is the king of the jungle. Let's just start that right now. They literally tigers are the king of the jungle. Yes, but the tiger is fucking like I'm not never gonna hate on the lion because I like lions. But tigers, it's just something about a fucking tiger. Them motherfuckers. Wow. Yes, they bigger, way bigger, and they stronger. Them fucking things are fucking like that's what I'm saying. Tigers is something else. They can take down tigers run by themselves. They not like lions nor wolves. Once a tiger yeah, because it's the tiger, the liger. Yeah. So this is the thing, right? So they found out genetically They both, yeah, and I want to say it's the lighter. And it's only supposed to be certain. Like, you remember how they said that the women was the only one who could carry the Nephilim offseed in the Bible? So that means black women carried the giant seed into this world. But we're not going to talk about that. I said that already. I said it was. I said it was only one woman though. It was 3 wives. I told you that because you got him, Shem, and you here. So do you know the last person? I forgot his name earlier. Which I, because I forgot the last one. The last one, because it's him. It's him, Shem, and it's him, Shem, and then the last son. It was 3 sons.
Japeth, I believe.
Because I always be messing up his name. But Africans always want to say that they the one who went through all the slavery and like they want to say they're the sons of Shem. No, because everybody in America, a lot of Americans, hold up. Yeah, but this is the thing. A lot of people don't know this too. When you read based on what the files of the CIA or the FBI allegedly, and you can look this up online, but I'm gonna say allegedly because I only looked up certain stuff. But you can find that they said that it was already black folk here. They literally and they even sent out 19,000 slaves to the Caribbean and other lands. Yeah, I already know that. The blacks from Africa and Europe and the blacks from America. And I'm gonna tell y'all all the America, like a lot of people don't realize the Caribbeans is America. I'm about to no listen. I'm about to tell y'all everything that's America. The Caribbeans is America, Canada is America, Russia is America, Mexico is America, North America is America, South America is America. All of that is America. That was all they all thought versus the rest of the world. It's crazy because no. If you think about it, well, that's not surprising because of what I said. First of all, if you ever look up Egypt and then go look up them ugly ass people. Listen to this. If you ever go, and I don't even think it's that. I think it's because no, it's not. It's because allegedly, I'm gonna say this again. Scientists said that the place they found Queen Isis temple was in the Grand Canyon. Right after this came out, the Grand Canyon was blocked off. After that, though, prior to that, though, they said they found certain pharaohs in America, and they kept lying, saying they were surrounding Egypt. But see, I kept saying, but they wasn't lying because I believe Egypt is America. It's America. No, I know that. No, I'm not saying they lie. Quinez, no, I agree. But the reason I said they was lying is because they said it was the Egypt that they built over there. Now, if you look at the Grand Canyon, which I was just about to say, and then you look at the Egypt that they done built, the Egypt they done built looked like a smaller version of the natural Grand Canyon. I looked at it the other day because I'm like, y'all lying. But the thing is, we all know that the Grand Canyon is big ass pyramids. It's pyramids that don't even look natural. Almost look like I mean, they don't even look man-made. They almost look natural. That's why some people don't know if the Grand Canyon is a goddamn natural monument or something built. But the Grand Canyon is one of the world's wonders, the wonders of the world. But this thing, anything that's too creative in the ancient world, especially if it got anything to do with blacks, they're gonna say it didn't exist, or it wasn't, or no, this is not. Yeah, because anything, like everything that's African, they say is evil. I literally was telling my something crazy. Africans and Indians, American Indians, both used to celebrate their dead folk. If you are black in this world and you celebrate, I know. Yes, that's where. First of all, that's what I was just about to say. No, listen, hear this, because I gotta say something. So a lot of people don't understand. The reason why everything is in Washington D.C. is because one of our biggest ponds and we used to have a pyramid there. They knocked down our pyramid. And you can actually, in some places, still find a picture of what Washington D.C. used to look like. By the way, it was a big ass mound because we was mound builders. So we made mounds and pyramids. If you go look in Mexico, and I want to go to Mexico, by the way.
That's the very first trip I want to take. The second one is Haiti. Because you know Haiti is the Caribbean. I'm not going to Juarez. I want to go to Juarez or Suarez. There's a few places down there. I just want to go to the place where the murals are. So it's real close to America, like Texas, because they got murals of the ancient Indians, and they literally look just like us. And the Mexicans down there will literally say the blacks were here before us. Chicago was actually called Chicago then. And remember when I said like remember when I was younger and I used to say I felt like I belonged in California? Like I used to have I remember Miss Atkins gave me a map of California and I used to keep it right on my what's those things called when you got like a big ass dresser thing in your room? Yeah. So I used to keep it right there and like it literally felt like I was meant to be in California. And then as I got older, I felt like all this weird shit was about California. But then when I got older, I found out this story that they labeled myth now is about Queen Khalifa and the Amazonians, right? The original Amazonians in this story, and they all from California. They were black women, and this land was only for black women. Okay, the only men that they did have was men that was captive. They ended up leading a black woman. Yeah, added. Yeah, and then they changed it to a white person. Yeah, and a lot of people don't know where it came from. Do you know what country the Statue of Liberty is from? It's supposed to be France, yeah. And the thing is, like a lot of people don't understand was they literally split up our country. They literally said 7 nations went to war for America. And did you just hear what I said? When I said all the countries, that's America. That's why if you go and actually go look at not even that's this. If you go and look at what the names of these places are called, you will see they all is of America. Like that's why we the United States of America and South America is named South America. Literally, that's because it's all America. South America, North America, Russia, Canada, fucking Mexico. All of that's America. And I always was like, they always like if you put America together, I always wonder would it look like Africa? Yeah. Now this is the thing. The turtle is the exact same calendar that Ethiopians use. 13 months because if you divide 365 perfectly, you will get 28 days. Now, with this thing they call leap years, which I always say leap year never makes sense because you always still have the same amount of time. So they trick you. They trick you by they trick Americans. Americans are stupid because I never even paid attention to daylight saving time. I never even know when it's happening. People be like, "You done lost the hour." I'm like, "No, I didn't. I didn't." Yeah, it's like or when Giselle left North Carolina, because they 3 hour depart from us. And the reason I wanted to talk about that, I'm not saying Hawaii isn't a United States, but it's far. North Carolina, if you think about it, we right here, and Carolina is right here, right? So that's not even that far apart. Okay, I have to go back here. We right here, and North Carolina is right here. So that's not that far apart. And if you think about it, we have a 2 to 3 hour time difference. Why is that? And we all in the United States. And there's so many states that got different times, and not just the times. Uh, every state got their own rules and their own union. That's why we call it the United States of America. And a lot of people say, a lot of people, yeah, because Southern, in southern states, yeah. Almost all red states like that. Shit, you can even get guns that's considered illegal here in certain red states because they don't care. I ain't even trying to say they don't care, but in red states they still hunt and stuff too. I'm gonna be real. My dad lives in the south, and when my dad was telling me about like the country, how they live is, sometimes you might come outside and there might be something out there to get you. So something, not somebody, something like animals. Yeah. So I understand to an extent why Southerners want guns. Okay, it is because they live in the country, so it's country animals there. Shit, animals, some animal, and some animals will fuck you up. Mhm. Shit, and then in the South too, they like coon. They love coon. Like nobody like coon like Southerners. They think that coon is super good.
Look, Chad. Look, Chad, Stacey. I want to read this book to y'all. I want you to give me feedback. All right, Chad. Chad, this book for just FYI, Chad. This book get very nasty. All right, this is not me. I'm not that freaked out. I bought this. I mean,
why we don't read some good advice to the chat?
But Chad, fuck good advice. We out here reading this story right now. It's good. It's juicy. Let's get in there. All right, let's do it. All right, it's called "Kiss a Girl and Make Me Cry" by Brittany Williams. All right, let's do it. Chad, I already told you. All right, get nasty. All right.
I mean, he already read some of it to y'all chat.
One night changes everything. He said, I'll meet you at home, babe. I'm going to finish up a few things. Make sure all the ladies are out here safely. Richard said to Nancy as he headed towards the exit of the nightclub. That better be all you're doing, she said, rolling her eyes type shit. You feel me? She like, that better be all you doing, nigga. You feel me? On bro, look. He like, what's that for? She like, he asked, he walking closer to her. She said, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know I have eyes everywhere, right? And you most certainly are not an angel, Richard. She twisted her lip like, bro, stop playing with me, sorry. Like, you already know what it is, bro. Look, he like, she said her distress was birthed from a combination of infidelity and a lack of self-confidence. It what it is. It what it is, shall we know? Look, it isn't unusual for a woman to question her own ability after being cheated on. Their courtship has always been a challenge. Though she wanted to trust her husband, it was his behavior and periods of disrespect that always threatened their stability. Babe, I'm extremely tired and I really don't feel like arguing with you every night that I'm here closing up. I'm taking care of business. Mind you, it's a business that allows you to wear those expensive shoes that you have on your feet. Instead of allowing me to do what I need to do for our family, you chose to argue with me in the middle of the club. He raised his voice type shit. You feel me? You try to flip that shit. Chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's different when I feel like more so than anything, relationships just gave her a kiss and sent them out away. Have that conversation later on, not in the middle of the club game. It is what it is, right? Let's do it. He said, I'm not arguing with you. She said, I'm not arguing with you, Richard. I made one simple statement. Don't you dare try to come at me as if I'm the problem in this marriage. If you could learn how to keep your dick in your pants, we wouldn't have anything to argue about. Now would we? She raised her voice as well. Are we really going to do this right now? Shaking his head. Like, are we really gonna argue right now? Like, come on now. Nancy, not right now. All right, baby, right now? Come on now. Not right now. Not right now. She like,
I'm a bit real. The book is crazy. It's wild. I don't see how people read that shit. It's a good book because it's wild. But like, I want to be up everybody's ass.
I ain't gonna lie. I keep my personal. I'll be talking about it. I'll be talking about you. You gonna see it. Cause like, yeah, I'm telling you. She like, you know what? I'm done with this conversation. I'll see you when you get home. She rolled her eyes and she walked away type shit.
If y'all don't see my eyes and they cross, it's because like this story is interesting.
Look, Richard had been known to sleep with the dancers at the club that he owned. Told y'all, he was sleeping with them. He was sleeping with them regularly too. It's what he do. Anyway,
did y'all let Dragon?
Even though his wife was beautiful, look, Chad, this is what threw me off. They say even though his wife was beautiful, it was extremely hard to to resist the evictions that worked for him.
Alright, y'all, I'm just kidding. I don't want nobody gay. Only straight man. I just be saying this stuff, but I don't even really care. Half y'all niggas ain't straight anyway. Y'all would lie to me. Y'all would be DL in my face.
His eyes constantly wandered, but somehow he always been able to
Alright, it's
best
time
message
for me
and
to
give
do
her.
my hair. I gotta go to sleep.
Each time he been caught, he buy her something expensive and hit her with those puppy dog eyes, winning her over. Winning her over. Though they had fought a lot, it never changed the amount of love they had for each other. So I'm saying, child, it was never really just like
I ain't gonna cap it because they didn't love each other.
from the outside looking in, they were the perfect couple, almost like
They
the modern
clearly
day
didn't love
Cosby
each other.
with a twist. They were extremely successful, but being the owners of an exotic dancing club couldn't compare to that of a prestigious Huxtable couple. They were hood successful, but he wasn't highly educated like Cliff, and she wasn't a successful attorney like Claire. Though their achievements came from years of hard work, none of it came legally. Like I told y'all, Chad, they was out there putting in that hard work day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? No fans. You already know. We get it. All right? As far as the appearance of the relationship, unless you were one of the employees, you assume that they were the model couple. What most would call couple goals, the truth was they were more of a business partnership than anything else. You know what I'm saying, Chad? Telling you. They knew how to put on big smiles and social functions and convince the world that they were happy. But soon the attraction was gone. And there wasn't any amount of money that could buy that back. So like I'm telling y'all, they walk around the house just going through the days at this point, just like, like I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit. Bro, but we in this shit. Let's get it. Let's get this money. Bro, fuck it. Fuck it. I ain't gotta love you. I ain't gotta love you. We gonna get this money though. Type shit. That's what they was on. Bro, look. Nancy just learned how to play nice and be the trophy wife that she needed to be. It hit different, child. What I just say? Bro. It was a normal evening. The club had brought in a ton of money, and it was time to check the books. He put the proceeds in the safe, walked through the security, and make sure that all the women had been escorted out to their vehicles. Then he headed up to the office and nodded at the guard who stood outside of his office at all times. He closed the door behind him and took a seat at his desk. As usual, he went over the books and put away the money before locking up the safe. Then he sat down at the desk again for a moment and looked down at his phone. There was a message from one of the dancers at the club. Chad, that's the part I forgot right there. Yeah, different. I'll tell y'all. So I thought that he told folks to stand up, Lovely D, but this is how he ended up saying. He did tell him, boy, this is how he ended up doing it. She texted his phone. I forgot about that, Chad. She texted his nigga. So yeah, she definitely sent this nigga up, Chad. Bro, this is why I said I was telling you. That was the reason I was saying she set this nigga up. She set this nigga up. She texted this nigga phone. Anyway, all right. He replied to tell her to come up to the office so they could talk. Crazy, right? A few moments later, there was a knock at the door. The security guard peeped in and let Richard know that the dancer, Lovely D, was here for him. He nodded, confirming that it was okay to let her in. Hey, do me a favor. Don't let anyone in for a little bit. I need to talk with her in private. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like he on some, you know what I'm saying, some slick side shit. He said, I need to talk in private. Private. What the fuck you need to talk in private? All right, yeah, different. You got a whole wife at home. I'm confused. I'm confusing, all right?
No, everybody know at the club already know.
Look, Chad. Richard said as Lovely D walked into the room, still dressed in her performance attire. No problem, the guard said before closing the door behind him. So, this Rich right here. So, what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? While looking at his look, he like, so what can I do for you? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. How am I going to refresh this?
what's to it, Sean? No, what you doing? 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 Stop.
No, I'm not doing it.
As they go, they just gonna go up and go down. Fluctuate. No, what you talking about? The views are in the top right corner.
I didn't mean that.
New comments are gonna pop up. I'm telling you, they'll really pop up. Yeah, I keep thinking that. Well, you know, I'm just watching that school. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? We're chilling. All right, we're chilling. We're chilling. I'm saying it's two viewers. You know what I'm saying? Your phone ain't open, my phone ain't open, so it's two random. Somebody watching. All right. Yeah. It was three people. It was literally one person on there. I don't give a fuck who clicked in, who clicked off. Guess what? Let me just break it down for you. One time. And I'm gonna tell you one time, all right? I don't give a fuck who channel is this. All right, I don't give a fuck. When they told me that, they came to watch me, so they different. Whatever's on this fucking block, what I feel like doing, if they feel like watching, they gonna watch it. And if they don't, I'm gonna have one to none viewers. Chat, they ain't different. I'm out of the stream, right? That's my job. I put it on the show, motherfuckers have a good time. Ain't no fucking way I have this conversation with you right now. You need to learn that once you have your own channel, and when that we setting this up soon, right? Do that then. Do that then. Talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Make sure your tags and everything set up. But don't sit there and worry about what the next motherfucker want to watch. Now get it. You gonna have if you want to service everybody, you forever never gonna take off. I done built my crowd, you know what I'm saying? My crowd, they know me. They fuck with me for it. This is the whole reason. I am me and I don't give a fuck. We ain't different. Chat, am I wrong? Am I fucking wrong? Tell me right now. I'm telling you now, like we not doing all that yip yeah. I don't give a fuck who click in, click out. It's called view, you know what I'm saying? Some people want to watch reviews like they get hit with an ad, motherfucker might not be back. It's okay. I get paid from it now. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just here streaming. So I need you to do me one favor. Stop interrupting talking about views when I don't give a fuck about that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate y'all watching, y'all. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Come chat with me. But we in this bitch chilling. I'm really just, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing. I'm talking right now. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got something to say, the chat right there, open up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about. I don't mind her conversation, but we not worried about y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? We really not. Tune in. Tune in. We not. Oh, look, it pissed me off. All right, we in that chat. All right. Like I said, we back to this book though. If you tired, just go to sleep. I ain't forcing you to get your words. Just go to sleep, bro. I'm telling you this right now. It's that fucking simple. All right. I appreciate you. For real shit. It was great fucking stream. You was in here going crazy. Okay. But I'm just saying in general, now it's time for me to read this book and I'm just gonna read a little bit more for her. You know what I'm saying? I say like this. So let's get in there. All right. All right. Sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I had to interrupt that and address that. You know how I'm reading it, motherfucker. It's the book right there. It is what it is. Yeah, I read how I read chat. It's different. Unfortunately, this I ain't no unfortunately. Fortunately, I'm a funny ass nigga. I'm broke, gang. Listen, I ain't gonna hold you, gang. I'm sitting over. I'm so vivid with it and so live with it. I can't help but be myself. Chat. The book might say thus and thou, and I'm gonna say thy and thou. Fucking wrong with you, nigga. I'm just chatting. I'm just chatting, but it's different. Look, we finna get in there. We finna get in there. All right, we finna get in there. Bro, she said, all right. We getting out to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? He said, so what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? You know, he looking at his list and shit, mag mode on, bro. He in there, you know what I'm saying? Locked in, on, bro. Too locked in, right? Lovely D stood there stacked like a purebred stallion. They said Shorty was double caked up, thick as fuck, right? She had a perfect set of double D breasts and a small waist with a fat ass and a fat pussy to match. Chat. Now, am I wrong for reading a book for what it is, gang? Am I wrong? Hold on, chat. Hold on. Am I fucking wrong for reading the book for what it is? Like, I can't make this shit up, bro. Hold on. Let me get that camera better. I can't make this shit up. Chat. We at the bottom of the page. Lovely be still feel like a purebred stallion. Chat. They described the way she had double D titties, a small waist, a fat pussy. They said a fat ass and a fat pussy. I'm not being grab. I'm just telling you all the truth, man. It's different, right? I'm not a freaked out ass nigga. I'm just reading a book. Let's do it. You know. All right. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. So it was nearly impossible for a man to avoid salivating when she walked into a room. She was just one of the long list of dancers that would occasionally meet with Richard in the office after hours to talk. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? To talk. You already know what you can do for me, she said, walking over towards the chair type shit, right? Bro. Told y'all she got on that. She got on that. He said, it's better when I can hear it. He said, let me know what the problem is and I'll try my best to solve it. He said, feeling this, feeling it get to swell in his pants. I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Oh, matter of fact, they said, feeling his dick begin to swell in his pants. Chad. That's the fuck they said. Bro, we finna figure something out. Bro, look, yeah, different. Lovely D leaned back and gently slid onto his deck. She immediately pulled her thumb to the side and took one finger to massage her throbbing clitoris. Damn. After she was satisfied with the amount of juices on her fingers, she put one of her fingers inside of her mouth and allowed him to lick it off before speaking. You can come eat this pussy. That's what she told him. That's what she told him, Chad. I ain't gonna Chad. I don't know who wrote this. Brittany. What the fuck kind of stressful, sexually deprived situation were you dealing with when you writing this fucking book? Because you ain't finna tell me you was fucking when you wrote this book. You was thinking about fucking when you wrote this book. I'm telling you this now. Bro, look, you was too graphic with this shit, right? But do your shit, all right? We in there, all right? Let's do it. Hold on. Cause damn, why I'm over here just like chat? Like I see what you meant by just go to chapter one. Damn, I forgot all this. Damn, hold on, wait a minute. All right. Damn, it's crazy. she She said, you come eat this pussy. That's what I need for you to do for me. She said, while biting her bottom lip. Damn, he said aloud while briefly rubbing his dick through his jeans. He moved in while she held her thong to one hand and spread her pussy lip part. Hold on, wait, John. This shit got me so off right now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She had my man so ready, like folks is already just thirsty, bro. Your wife at home, bro. You kiss Nancy with them lips, twin. You folks is fun, bro. Damn. And then, child, let's talk about it. It's a long list of bitches. Child, I'm not the type of nigga that want multiple hoes. I'm not gonna. I'm a one woman just fine. One woman. I don't need two, three, four, five. I'm good. I'm good, bro. That's two, three out of two, 3 meals. You know what I'm saying? I'm already paying for me, so that's 3, 4. My brother, ain't different. We chilling. We ain't cheating. We faithful. Yeah. I ain't getting a relationship. I ain't trying to be there. I'm just keeping a buck. So, maybe time goes on. People begin to love each other less, and you communicate that. I'm not saying that is right. It's honest, and maybe it is right because you get a common goal. Y'all achieve something like maybe a mutual breakup or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. They say Richard Buck is there. It different, right? It different. Um, you know, yeah, yeah, all right. Wow. All right, hold on. His one tongue making contact with her clit immediately caused her to release a moan. She was nearly about to come on contact, but she was able to relax enough to enjoy it. Richard was amazing at giving head almost like a professional. It didn't hurt that
Sound like Richard now.
Richard Friedman. Ain't gonna hold you. It didn't hurt that he had the loan bank account to go along with the long dick inside his pants. For an older man, he knew how to handle the young women. It didn't matter how good. It didn't matter how good they were with the robies. He held his own every time. She leaned back. The women that they hired, probably like older grown women, like yeah. Let's say it later on. Hold on. She leaned back to give him more room to work. He slurped and licked her pussy in circles for the next 10 minutes, bringing on one orgasm after another. Her body was trembling and releasing all inside of his mouth. I need you to fuck me, daddy, she said in a sexy whisper. All right, child, I'm finna have to, yeah. I need you, yeah, damn. All right, without hesitation, he stood up, unbuttoned his pants, dropped him to the floor, and pulled out his thick piece of meat. Child, damn. Give it a break, Brittany. Fuck. Damn. All right, fuck it, child. I'm just gonna read. I don't even care no more. Y'all take this shit already one left. We in there. I need you to suck this dick first. You feel me? Like suck it real good for that. You feel me? I need you on your knees. You feel me? He said while guiding her off the desk and down on her knees. She wrapped her lips around his dick and began to work her magic. One thing was for certain about the girls that worked inside the club. They knew how to give some bomb ass head. With a little movement, he thrust his hip forcing his dick deeper into her throat without any gagging at all. She continued to suck his dick and massage his balls all at the same time. He was in heaven on earth at the same. He was in heaven. Hold on. He was in heaven on earth at that moment. He didn't want to waste any time, so he pulled her up and bent her over the desk. He rubbed the head of his dick up against her wetness before pushing it all inside. He ball slapped up against her ass every time he went deep inside. He grabbed some of her long ponytail, and used it to get deeper inside. She was moaning and screaming his name. Outside of the room, the security guard was laughing as he heard the entire section through the door. Folks out there probably rolling, Chad. I ain't going. That's some crazy shit, gang. Like, mom, let me tell y'all about a personal experience I had. D-Thing, free D-Thing, bro. Shorty ate this nigga up. I'm in the bed, gang. I'm in the fucking bed. Piss me off, gang. Mom, we kicked it the whole night before. Bitch done fed me, y'all. I'm drunk and fucking. I ain't going to ate some fucking rice and shit. I was like, I'm so fucking sick, nigga. I get up the next day. He stayed there with me. He stayed there with real nigga shit, right? I'm talking about I wake up, the nigga getting his meat ate, gang. I'm hurt. I'm fucking hurt. I ain't even gonna lie to you, chat. Like, I'm like, ain't no fucking way. All you hear? I'm like, nah, bitch, y'all wild as fuck. I wake up instantly, snap to it, like, yo, what's going on, gang? Like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch don't stop, y'all. Y'all think she stopped? She ain't getting no fuck, y'all. I'm talking about, I knew you had to eat her. At that point, I knew I fucked up, and I was like, what kind of freaky ass house did I even spend the night at tonight? Like, it's crazy. We was childhood friends, gang. I don't know what it like. It was crazy. Like, but anyway. Well, shit different, gang. Shit different. That shit happened. We left, bro. I just had so many questions for him. Like, what the fuck happened? That just warranted that. I'm finna Knocked this nigga out, cause what the fuck, man? Anyway, we let him know. We let him know. He got his. I was just ain't no fucking way, man. I was hurt. Chat. I was so fucking hurt. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That was just pain. That was just pain. I got up. I got out. No pain though. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just thinking about like him. He laughing at this shit. I wasn't laughing. The shit wasn't funny to me. He used to this shit. This shit. I wasn't used to this shit like that. I'm done. But hey. Um. All right. Look. All right. He was used to the late night meetings. There was always pretty women around Richard, so he knew that in the event that Nancy returned, he could notify Richard before he was caught with his pants down. After another 20 minutes, Lovely D was back on her knees with her mouth open wide, ready to swallow all of his cum. Damn, girl, Richard said as she was sucking him bone dry. He slapped his dick up against her lips a few times before pulling his pants back up and sitting down. As she fixed her costume, he reached into the drawer and pulled out a stack of hundreds. He placed it in her hands as she smiled and headed toward the door. The security guard couldn't help but laugh as Lucky D switched down the hallway with remnants of cum on her face. Laughed her dirty. You feel me? He said, "You a wild boy, Richard." He said as he laughed and closed the door. Bro, he like, bro, ain't no fucking way. You a fool, dude. You a fucking fool. You know, Nancy gonna kill your ass, right? Bro, look, here's different. Look. Richard looked down at his phone and noticed that Nancy had called him several times. He'd been so deep in Lovely D that he didn't feel the phone vibrate. Freak man, yeah, that's you. Bro. He called her back a few times, but she didn't answer. Then he gathered up the remainder of his thing, turned off the lights of the office, and walked toward the door. Before he could shut the door behind him, he and the guard backed up as four masked men ran up the stairs. The guard drew his gun and attempted to push Richard inside the office to safety. Neither of them were a match for the men who came armed and ready to kill. Armed and ready to kill, chat. So I don't know if these niggas was like just ready to kill or just like that was their intent. You know what I'm saying? So the guard's gun flew into the air as he fell backwards into the door. The door was forced open by the waiting guard as he flew to the floor. Richard hadn't gotten a chance to lock the door behind him. A scuffle ensued as two of the intruders held the door guard on the floor. One of the other men immediately grabbed Richard while the other pointed his gun in his face. "I'll give you whatever you want. You can have everything in the safe. Please, just please don't kill me." Richard pleaded. "Open the fucking safe," one of the men yelled. He like, "Open that fucking safe." You feel me? Like, get over right now. Open this fucking safe. Richard over there. Richard did that. He like, "Hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it." Richard did as he was told and opened the safe. In his mind, he thought that if he cooperated with the men, his life would be spared. This wasn't the first time he'd been robbed. There were always people plotting on business owners like him. They could estimate the amount of money the club brought in because of the long lines and packed parking lots. He assumed that this time would be just like any other time. He truly underestimated the criminals that stood behind him with multiple guns pointing in his direction. His gift of gab wouldn't cut it this time. You know what I'm saying? Richard stood beside the men as they gathered up all the money and valuables from the safe. Suddenly, his phone began to ring, and for a brief second, everyone paused. By the second ring, they resumed packing up. Their bags were good. The phone continued to ring, and the men ignored it as well as Richard. Richard saw in a moment of distraction as a chance to grab his phone, which landed on the floor a few feet away. When he was pushed inside the office, he turned to make a dash for his phone, causing everyone in the room to stop what they're doing and just focus on him. Just kill this nigga. One of the men holding the gun, one of the men holding the guard at gunpoint said. The masked man immediately began firing and filling Richard's body with bullets. Talking about, boy was on that bitch like, "Please set it off." Let my man Richard, Ricky! Bro, left him in there. I'm sorry, Chad. Hey, fuck him up, bro. Fuck him up, bro. Look. Let's get back to it, bro. Look. On the other end of the phone, Nancy tried to return Richard's call. That call, Nancy, bro. I don't know, listen. Maybe he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Anyway, on the other end of the phone, like I said, she returned Richard called, unaware of the carnage that was currently laid out over the floor. She called him over and over, leaving him multiple angry voices. The majority of them were accusing him of being somewhere with a woman, though less than an hour earlier that had been the case. While she continued to yell into the phone, she had no idea that this would be the last time she actually heard his voice again. It's amazing how one night truly changed her life.
It's crazy because
reason he lost the fight was he was trying to get that ass from them young bitches sucking, trying to have her suck the dick, give him that bone in his head.
Chapter 1. Chat. I'm probably gonna. We'll see if we get. We gonna see how I'm feeling after chapter 1. I'm off. I'm off. You know what I'm saying? All I'm gonna do is stream some more anyway, chat. Like I'm gonna be on 2K with it and shit. But like I'm kind of having a good time reading this book right now. So fuck it, let's do it. Look, chapter 1. Once again, it was Monday night, and beautiful women, both young and old, were packed inside Philly's #1 male exotic strip club, Club Chances. There wasn't a club in Philly that could bring the city out like this. Women from New Jersey, Delaware, Baltimore, and some as far as New York City will all show up at Club Chances dressed in the latest designer fashion, smelling and looking their very best. The women would come in trying to show one another that they could get the most attention. There were a few women that wouldn't be happy unless all of the other attendees weren't looking on full of envy. So they couldn't get every bitch like I'm trying, bitch. Who you think you standing on, bitch? You bitch. I'm about like if they couldn't get every bitch out there mad, bro. They was mad, and that's toxic. Man. Like why are you worried about what the next motherfucker got think about you? Like I couldn't deal with no bitch like that. I ain't gonna hold you, gang. And there's a lot of y'all like that. Just act yourself off right now, bro. You know. I'm just saying. I don't even call women bitches. Call bitches. Child, you keep it buck with you. There's certain bitches out here. Like Lovely D, that was a bitch. That bitch said my man's Richard. But Richard, you the baby like this for cheating on your wife. You didn't cheat on your wife, you never got there in the first place. I don't know. Hey. Get back, motherfucker. You don't get
That
hey, look.
story is crazy
This
and
shit
it's
is
wild.
crazy. We on chapter 1 now. Look.
It's chapter
Chapter 1. This chapter 1. That was the prologue. That's how Richard ended up dying. Now they can talk about the life before Richard died.
Oh my God. They gonna tell you his famous life.
They gonna,
He did Nancy bad.
yeah, he did Nancy dirty, child. Like, I truly feel bad for Nancy. Like, look.
But why do you think, and this is how you know in our world, there's one thing that I did like to point out about this book. Like, I might make a lot of jokes and shit, but I don't care. Like, I want a man who can sustain himself, but he don't have to be the richest man in the world. I would. I'm just like, he don't gotta be the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
But like women, especially certain type of races, or let me not say races, but certain ethnicities, they dance to praise money. And you should never praise money. You praise money, and then now you don't even know what the fuck going on. Like money is never something you praise or worship, But a lot of these women, instead of finding the man they love, they be worried about what a man bank account is. The problem with that is, if you're looking at a man bank account, you ain't never gonna find no happiness. And of course, your man gonna be cheating on you because he knows you don't love him. Like, let's just spit some facts out. Like, ain't no man that truly wanna be with your woman that's gonna be out here just wilding. Because he knows that if he wilding and he loves this woman, if it's a good woman, she gonna leave.
Yeah, that and like, if you really love her, how could you? Yeah. Like, true story, child. Like, a lot of people might say, like, and I'm not speaking from the perspective of, like, you love her, but she's not attractive. In a situation like that, just don't get with her. Yeah. Because a person got a good heart don't mean you meant to be with them. Because for somebody, they going to value that good heart and that person just for who they are. They ain't going to change nothing. Them being away. Yeah, like some people just be trying to be with motherfucker. They know they got a good motherfucker that's gonna just come back to them wherever they can, like stop treating people like that. Stop. Not okay, Chuck. Not okay. Anyway, so we at Club Chances right now. Club Chances. Club Chances was large and spacious with a long main stage, several smaller stages off to the side, 2 floors, and a small round table that was situated all throughout the club. Upstairs on the second floor were private rooms and an elegant VIP section for all the special customers. These customers were all the women willing to spend their entire paycheck on a little bit of time for one of the club's most sought-out dancers. Of course, there were champagne rooms for that extra special attention. Every Monday.
One thing I got a question. If they some but if this strippers was male strippers, where was Richard?
I'm saying she switched it. Listen, once again, it was listen. Hold on. I don't need hold on. Okay, they ain't even brought that up. They ain't brought that up yet. Hold on. All right, every Monday and Wednesday night, the only nights the top dancers perform their signature shows. The club will be filled with hundreds of lonely and horny and desperate women who patiently waited in a long line outside that curved around the building. There were two admission prices to enter. The lowest price was $30, which only included entrance into the club without any extra amenities. For this price, you wouldn't have access to the main stage. You'd be limited to the small stages with the hope of catching glimpses of the main attraction. Then there's the second price of $100, which would allow you access to the entire club. You have a seat at the main stage and be able to reach out and touch those who perform there. You also have access to a bottle service and a buffet of finger foods provided by a local soul food restaurant called Tasty. The 300 lucky women that made it inside had no problem with paying the cover charge or throwing out the rent money at the muscular dancer.
Can't tell me no
Right.
this book was
They said
inspired by
the 300,
no fucking
300 women that spent $100, Chad. 300 women spent $100. That's literally
300 women.
that's 30,000. That's $3,000 right there. $30,000. My bad. $30,000, Chad. $30,000. 3,010. They said $100. My bad. I'm sitting over thinking about $10. That's $30,000. And this 2 nights, Chad. This 2 nights. Hold on. This shit happens on every Monday and every Wednesday night. The only night that top dancer perform. Every Wednesday you bring in 30K on 2 days. That's 60K in 2 days alone. That's just for those 2 days alone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally. And yeah, because they said that the 300 lucky women that made it inside had no problem paying the cover charge or throwing out their rent money at the muscular dancer who performed it. For the unfortunate women that didn't make it inside the club, they will all just show up for the next show, which could be the next week if it was Wednesday and try their luck again. Filling the club was never a problem. And if it wasn't for the fire safety code, it would be filled up even more. So basically, she just don't allow all the people in just to allow her establishment to thrive. She don't want to get shut down. Yeah, because yeah.
That is the minimum. 30,000 is the minimum because literally it costs $100. Like they're not even wrong with
Right.
300 women. This desperate women. So let's just do a work check. People who make minimum wage make $15 an hour, $40 a week. Okay. And then that's 15 times 8 because most people get paid every 2 weeks, right?
You said 15 times 8?
Yeah. 8 and 15 times 8.
Oh, 15 times 8. 15 times 8. 8 times 5, 40. 80 plus 40, 120. So $1,200.
That's too much. So 1,200 for them. And I'm gonna add this up. So 1,200. These is the ones who make. Let's just say 100 of these women make 1,200. Okay. So that's 120. And let's just say 18. Let's say.
Hold on. I'm trying to get into this book. We got 1 year right now. And let's break this shit down right now. Nancy Robinson stood. You can talk about it, phone. Nancy Robinson stood on the upstairs balcony watching as the women walked through the entrance. She had a big smile on her face because every time a woman walked through those doors, there was more money going into her already fully loaded bank account. Listen to her, to her already fully loaded bank account. Richard never had a bank account, child. He was straight cash, doing the slip deposits and shit like that, but he literally wasn't bank operating. Nancy was the 40-year-old owner of Club Chances. After her husband, Rich, had been killed in the robbery, she had taken complete control of the club. The first thing that Nancy had done was change the club format from female exotic dancers to exotic male dancers. That's what I was telling you.
Okay. And she was smart about it. She don't want to do it.
She believed that if she opened the doors to women, she would make more of a profit. Sure, the club was successful when it was a female club, but men weren't willing to spend as much money on the women were. And women always brought a lot more drama with it. She always said it was one of the best decisions she ever made because the money started pouring in by the truckload. She was able to make even more money than her late husband did, and she was also able to. Damn, my eyes gonna cross for some reason. To avoid the fight and other bull that he dealt with in the past. She didn't have time for that nonsense. She was all about her business, and the men were most definitely eye candy. But she wasn't about to allow a hard dick to screw up her business, or even more her life. One of the biggest mistakes that her husband made was getting involved with too many dancers and allowing that weakness to get him killed. Nancy was a dark skinned woman with average looks. Mind you, Chad, earlier in the book, they called this lady beautiful. Now they call her average. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? But that's what I'm saying. I think it's because, let me read a couple more lines for you. Nancy was a dark skinned woman with average looks. That's what I'm saying. I think it's the dark skinned woman. That's why I'm. Mhm.
The way, see, this is the thing. First of all, depending on what country you live in, your looks change. In Brazil, being darker, beauty. Africa, beauty.
I get what you said. Yeah,
If you're in a Eurocentric,
average.
uh, yeah.
Because we all beautiful. Shit, let's say what it is, bro. Anyway, she stood at 5'4" and 130 pounds. For her age, her body was still in tip top condition. Twice a week, she gave her body everything it needed to maintain. She never missed an appointment with a personal trainer at the downtown Bali gym. Nancy was as sharp as they came when she handled her business at the club. She was a firm believer in being healthy on the inside as well as the outside. She made sure that she always ate right, and working out only made her feel her best. That's what I've been feeling, Chad. That's what I'm saying. Like getting out, getting active.
But this is the number I came up with when I used the shortest number I used was 15, 18, and 20. And I did 100 for each one. And this is how much money all the 300 women will be bringing in. If they spent this much money, and women do it, because she said they were spending it gold checks. So I just use these, for example.
Entire paycheck, rent money.
Yeah, so it's 400.
Basically, she said, "I know I'm hitting them off the head, but they ain't got to come here." Shit.
42. Hold on. 420,000. Right?
420,000.
Yep. That is
That
fucking
is
astronomical.
that is insane. Like she said, her already fully loaded bank account is motherfucking loaded, and she's smart as hell. I love a businesswoman. I love a businesswoman. Nancy, you get my fucking hat off to you, Nancy. Let me tell you about.
And if she making that each time, it's not 2 nights. That means she'll be making 230,000 a month.
Running a business like hers required a lot of energy that she was well equipped with due to her healthy lifestyle. Just as strict as she was with maintaining her body, she was strict with her business. At least the 3 times a week, she would thoroughly go through all of the books. If she found that the numbers didn't match up, she would come in and go completely off. Over the years, she learned to be a little more professional with her approach, but she still wanted people to fear her around. Otherwise, she'd be run over. There was no way that she would be known as a pushover. And being a woman who employed 95% men, being soft wasn't an option. Everyone saying she hired women, but for certain roles. They probably like managers and shit, probably.
Managers,
Yeah.
bartenders,
Tile girls and shit.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
DJs, usually it's a woman DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Women hosts, because usually a host will tell you who coming to the stage and it's 2 minutes. That's how, at least in that show.
They said everyone knew not to play with Nancy, especially when that money was involved. Her anger could go from 0 to 100 real quick. It was best to stay out of her way. This was the way that she liked it, and the only way that she believed that she would maintain order.
And this is after Rachel died. It's coming how she.
Yep. Some would say that she was a real bitch, and that was okay with Nancy. You never hear her try to claim that she was an angel instead. Most likely, she claimed that she was not only a bitch, but the baddest bitch you ever met. You feel me? Not only a bitch, but the baddest bitch you ever met, Chad. Like, you gonna call me a bitch, you better say I'm the baddest. Fuck wrong with you. It's different. Nancy, I'll pop your shit, Shawty. I'm with you. I'm with you, Nancy. I'm trying to tell you. Chad, we with Nancy, right? Because I'm with Nancy. I'm telling you, I'm fucking with her. But I like the bitch energy. Fuse, I love the one. I love this lady energy. I love, like she said, the baddest bitch energy. But we in a hold on, Chad. All right, pop your shit then. Twan, pop your shit. All right, cool. Now, when it came to friends and socializing, Stacey, come here. Come here, Stacey, come here. This is the part I wanted you to hear right here.
Hold on, I was telling.
Okay, all right. I can wait, child. I can wait. Child, we finna chill anyway, you know what I'm saying? The sky is dark, you know what I'm saying? The night is young. I do appreciate y'all, man. This has been lovely. This book, Chad, I'm gonna make this a regular. I might crank that screen tomorrow on bullshit. Chapter 2. Like I'm telling y'all, like we in there early in the day with it, Chad. This book is juicy. And Chad, I need a reason to read this motherfucker. I got this and one other book. We gotta get through them, Chad. And I want y'all to actively, you know what I'm saying, get in there with me. I'm gonna recap shit. Fuck it. I'm gonna start taking little notes and shit. I need to. Let's draw us a little map. Chad, let's just run this shit back real quick. I told y'all how this shit went. Alright. Got Richard and Nancy. They own a fucking strip club. They got a strip club, right? They called the strip club. Hold on. What did they call it when Richard? Was the strip club Chances? I think they just referred to it as the club. Yep. So they just kept calling it the club, chat. So we're gonna call it Club Chances. All right. So we're talking about her friendship now. All right.
Oh, yeah, with the bitch.
So I was recapping with chat everything that happened. You help me do that real quick. Got Richard and Nancy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Richard.
yeah. So Richard, a piece of work. He liked the young hoes because they know how to suck the dick real good, especially if they were strippers. He said that. Then you got Nancy, his wife, and they can't, they don't mention too much. Then you got the friend, Nancy's best friend, which they're gonna mention soon. Richard died. He met a horrible end. His wife tried to warn him. She called him multiple times. If he had just entered the fight and went home, he would have still been alive. But he wanted his beast up too bad.
True story. Man, I said I need this meat ate. Fuck that bitch. I'll be out on later, home, bro. I need.
And he never had made it.
Never made it home. Never made it home. Child, that's sick. Fucking insane. Yeah, so he got robbed. For a man. Now, Chad, like, let's talk about it because they was just looting the shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they was gonna kill Rich. I'm keep up. They didn't shoot the security guard. They just held him down. They pushed him. I thought they shot him in his chest. Chad. I was over exaggerating. It's different. They just pushed the man in tongues and they was holding him down. Like, hey, nigga, move one more time. You getting pop type shit. It's different. Security guard just knew he was at a loss type shit and just left it alone. He just over there like, hey, Richard, I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, now Richard, dumbass, mid scuffle. Nancy calling, they all looked, seen the phone ringing, he left it, everybody went back to what they were doing. Richard decided when they went back to what they were doing, he finna try to sneak and grab his phone. This nigga ran. They say he dashed towards the one. He ain't walk, he ain't crawl, he ran to his phone. They said, man, just kill this nigga. Pop.
And they went to jail. They got the club.
Left him. Now, Lovely D, chat. Lovely D set that man up. She texted that man phone. Ain't
that what you call it?
No, hell no. That's on the strip club. That's the strip club that he ate and beat before he met his meat. You feel me? Yeah, that's the strip club. Yeah, but like it say, she texted that man phone. He sent her up, told her it was okay to come up. And then not even five when they getting ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, not even 5 minutes later, they get ready to be packed up. You know what I'm saying? They tell them a while, man. They get up. That's their last. You know what I'm saying? Last to Richard anyway. Fired his ass up. I'm not sure what happened to security guard because they fast forward time like they did. You know? But now let's talk about it. Now, when it came to friends and socializing, she was a woman with a few friends, mainly because she had trust issues. Over the span of her lifetime, she had been betrayed by many women who called themselves her friend. One in particular was, I called her Natalie earlier, chat. Here's the real name. One in particular was her one-time best friend, Gloria. The two had done everything together, and for many years, you wouldn't see one without the other. As close as their friendship was, she would never have guessed that Gloria was sleeping with her husband. Not only had they had been sleeping together, but they carried on a 5-year affair and had a child together. When Nancy found out, she was devastated. She spent countless hours with the child and had even been made the godmother, only later to find out their secret. Nancy was never privy to the identity of the child's father. Gloria told her that she wanted him to remain nameless for the protection of their child. Chad, I tell in my head when I first read that shit, I was like, wait a minute, before he even like wait, for the protection, I'm like, what do you mean you want him to remain for the protection? Who protect him from who? You talking to me? So like, I'm gonna do something like you. That's what I would have been thinking, right? All right, so being the type of friend that Nancy was, she just respected her. She respected her choice and didn't ask again. Their children played together and began grooming their own close bond. These are siblings playing like friends. Chad, I don't know how much y'all not wrapping your head around how sick this shit is, gang. Like, all right, all right. Learning of the betrayal was almost enough to send Nancy straight to the psychiatric ward. There wasn't anything that anyone could tell you, nor anything that you could read inside of a book that could prepare you for this kind of heartbreak. Chad, y'all hear that fucking? What the fuck was that? The news couldn't have come at a worse time either. Gloria had been planning a huge birthday celebration for her daughter. At this time, Nancy's daughter was just 10 years old. Gloria had shared every detail with Nancy, from the dress that her daughter would wear down to the table decoration and party favor. Nancy was excellent with decor, so it was natural for people to ask her opinion when it came to decorating the event from top to bottom. Not that Nancy wanted to be all in her pocket, but she knew that Gloria didn't have a whole lot of money. So, as she watched her spend thousands on his birthday, she couldn't help but wonder where the funds were coming from. Girl, I hate to seem nosy, but I'm just wondering, where the hell you got all this money from? You always been so frugal. I would have never imagined you dropping 10,000 on your child's 5th birthday party. Nancy laughed. You know what I'm saying? She's like, damn, girl, 10K? You going crazy. You ain't never had that. Damn. All right. So she like, girl, it's from her daddy. He was nice enough to send. He was nice enough to give me his American Express card to take care of everything. I would never spend this amount of my money, my own money. She said as she piled things onto the party store register belt. Oh, so he's helping now. Since when? Nancy asked, surprised by the information. He never stopped helping with her. I never said that. I just said that I didn't want to tell you who he was. He's always done for her. She snapped. He's always done for her. What? Oh, damn. This was news to Nancy because she never heard anything about him assisting with anything financial. Though she never understood why Gloria wouldn't reveal his identity, she was okay with not knowing. She believed that they were as close as friends could be, but it wasn't until this moment that may not have been the case. She shared everything in her life with Gloria and never knew much about her. Come to think of it, some people were just that private. If she tried to talk it up, it's just that. But there were just some things that she didn't believe should be hidden from your best friend. Well, I won't pry anymore, Nancy said. The two continued shopping, but there was certainly an awkwardness in the air after their outing. They didn't even talk as much in the next week leading up to the birthday bash. Something about that shopping trip, child, I said 2 weeks, it was a week. Something about that shopping trip was nagging Nancy, not to mention the fact that her husband, who barely ever attended any of their own daughter's parties, was planning on attending. It was all strange. Something just wasn't right. You know how they tell you to trust your gut. Well, she decided to check her husband's credit card activity. Anyone else could have thought that Nancy was just overthinking. Anyone else would have thought that Nancy was just overthinking, that she was just searching for something to be wrong. She prepared herself for the worst because of the way Gloria kept so many secrets. The way that she somehow was able to spend so much on a party. The way that a father would be able to willing to drop 10,000 on a party but not be in his child's life. Then the way that Gloria made sure to cover the name on the credit card as she passed it to the cashier in the store. It wouldn't have meant anything any other time, but she didn't notice the first two letters but she did notice the first two letters on the name, which were R.I. Had she been overreacting, she'd be relieved. But lo and behold, when she pulled those records, there was all the evidence she needed to confirm every suspicion that she ever had. Sad. They're staring her right in the face. They're staring her right in the face with all the charges from the party store, the dates and the times matching up with the times that they were there. Her hands were shaking. She was so furious. Was this enough to confront them both? She was sure at this moment that they committed the ultimate deceit. Though Richard had cheated her many times before, this was something altogether different. She looked at Gloria as more than a best friend, more like a sister. How could someone whom she would jump in front of a bullet for betray her in this way? Cat, like you said, jump in front of a bullet for. She thought of this girl like blood, like no other. Like this is fucking sick. Like bitch, how could you do this shit to me? I said, ooh, bitch. I said, ooh, I'm finna drag your ass. All right, don't worry about it. All right, so many thoughts were running through her head at that moment. She was sure that she commit murder and go to prison for the rest of her life if she didn't calm herself down. In her mind, it'd be worth it. But then again, she had a daughter to be there for her, and what good would her daughter be with a dead father and a mother behind bars? So she put it together. She figured that the best way to make them feel the pain that she felt would be to publicly embarrass them, to show them that they messed with the wrong bitch. She wasn't going to approach her husband at home. Nope, that was too easy. She was going to play nice and show up at the party and show her ass. This was the first time that she'd been so angry about one of his affairs that she'd be willing to act a fool in public. She didn't care what people would think. Everything that Gloria had coming to her would be well deserved. The place was decorated from top to bottom in pink and white and silk. Mind you, she decorated this shit. She planned this shit. She pissed. She already know what this shit gonna look like, right? There was glitter and confetti all over the place. Gloria made sure that this would be a party to remember. The place looked like something out of a magazine, or better yet, like something that you see on TV. There was a huge ice sculpture at the front of the room near the buffet that was shaped like a unicorn. Besides the color pink, Besides the color pink, there was only one thing that fascinated her daughter just as much, and that was the mystery surrounding the unicorn. Everywhere you looked, there was glitter. Gloria just stood and giggled as her little girl walked around and looking at everything and shouting, "This is the best birthday ever!" Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Gloria, Gloria stood there proud and feeling accomplished, oblivious to the destruction that would be coming her way shortly. She walked over to her daughter and gave her a big hug. Not long after that, Richard arrived with gifts in hand. Richard don't even go to his own daughter's birthday parties, Chad. This nigga popping up with gifts.
Yeah.
In hand. In hand. This shit is sick. All of her life.
Don't want to listen to the sexual part.
All right, come on. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get her to come in here and get code and shit. I can't even worry about that because all that shit got all that shit. Anyway, all right. He arrived. She had a lot of love. Hold on. Although, like the child had been told that this was her uncle, she had a lot of love for him and the way that he spoiled her. He arrived with a huge gift bag that he handed to her to put on her gift table. As he and Gloria embraced, he went and hugged Gloria. Isn't it crazy? Yeah. He whispered something in her ear and she laughed. A few moments later, Nancy entered the party. You could tell that she didn't come to party. She had the look that she had. Hold on, you can tell that she didn't come to party. She had the look of death spew all across her face. Her daughter, whom she left in the car, would be spared from the scene that was about to play out. Tell her daughter to stay outside. Well, let me in on the joke, Nancy said with her face twisted. You know what I'm saying? Both of them turned to look at her, not sure what she was speaking about. What joke, L'Oreal? Whatever the joke was that has you laughing, whatever he whispered in your fucking ear. She yelled, Nancy, what's wrong with you? Why are you yelling? No, he like, Nancy, what's wrong with you? Why are you yelling? Rich asked, noticing a huge shift in her attitude. Then, when he exited the car a few moments earlier, oh, so they wrote there together. That's crazy work. Oh shit! I thought, and yeah, yes, yeah, fact. She already knew it, and then she just let it be. He probably said we should go get some gifts for her. You don't want to go to a party at the end. He probably pulled one of them type shit. You know. That's why he said Richard asked, noticing a huge shift in her attitude when he exited the car a few minutes earlier. She probably seen them gifts. Like pissed her off his mouth. Okay. He said he said you too much really think I'm fucking stupid, huh? Did you really think that I would never figure this out? Both of them stood there visibly uncomfortable. Guess was starting to notice that something. Guess was starting to notice that something was amiss. Nancy, I'm not sure what you are implying, but this is not the time or the place to have this conversation. If there is one to be had, I don't know what you think you saw, but there was nothing inappropriate and said just now. Chat, like I said, she used the words just now. Gloria said, trying to calm Nancy down and somehow diffuse the situation that was brewing. Bitch, I trusted you. You've been my friend for 20 fucking years, and this is the way that you repay me. She said, bitch, I trusted you. You've been my friend for 20 fucking years. This how you gonna pay me? Bitch, I built this shit. Brick by brick. Here. You gonna fuck my husband? Chat. All right, chat. All right. Hold on. Nah, hold on. No, that's enough, Nancy. Richie yelled, now that's enough, Nancy. Richie yelled, grab by her, snatching her away from she yelled, get your fucking filthy hands off of me. You are nothing but a cheating bastard and a liar. You two disgust me. Could we take this outside, Nancy, please? This is ruining my daughter's birthday party. Gloria pleaded, the party that my husband paid for with our fucking credit card, huh? Didn't think that I would notice you trying to cover his name, bitch, did you? Well, guess what? I had a credit card statement since I'm his wife. I have access to that. She, as she pulled the papers from her back pocket and threw them in Gloria's face. The papers fell to the floor. By this point, everyone in attendance had their eye glued on the threesome, trying to figure out what was going on. They all knew Nancy had never witnessed the two and had they all knew Nancy and had never witnessed the two women have any type of disagreement. If they had one, it was done behind closed doors, so this was a shock to everyone. Nancy, please, let's go outside, Richard said. I'm not going any fucking way until I'm done. And since I have everyone's fucking attention, I might as well speak to all of you too. This bitch here that I thought was my friend has been fucking my husband. You immediately heard a loud gasp. Come from all around the room. Everyone was shocked, looking for the main event because it was sure to come. Not only has she been fucking my husband, but this bitch had a child by him and had the audacity to make me the godmother. Goddamn, bitch, you filthy, you dirty. Oh my god, chat. This bitch dirty as hell, bro. I ain't even like this shit on the floor. Ain't no fucking way. This bitch dirty need her ass be some more. I'm trying to tell you, look, more gas with that. Both Richard and Gloria stood there stunned and silent. Cat got your tongue? Nancy yelled. I can't believe that you would come to a child's birthday party to do this, Nancy. You really could have spoken to me in private, Gloria said. You don't believe me? Really, bitch? You have some fucking nerve to stand there and act all high and mighty after what you done to me. Nancy, can we please go home and speak with this deal privately? Please, Richard asked. I'm not leaving until I'm done. What else is there for you to do, Nancy? Gloria asked. This, Nancy said as she began pounding Gloria's head with closed fist. Bang, 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 boom, bow, bow, boom, bang. Oh, bro, get in there. I'm talking about, come here, bitch, come here, bitch, come here. I'm beating her ass. Look, pissed the fuck out. I told you beating her ass. Look. Gloria fell to the floor, unable to keep her balance and defend herself. She screamed as Nancy landed punch after punch all across her face. You could hear the children screaming in the background, even as Richard and a few of the other guests tried to pull Nancy off of Gloria. Her anger and adrenaline fueled strength that couldn't be broken. Though the fight could only last a few minutes, it was enough time to leave Gloria with a busted nose, lip, and a black eye that was quickly swelling and discoloring. When they finally freed Gloria from her grasp, she screamed obscenities the entire time. She walked toward the door. Richard was furious, but Nancy didn't care one bit. She done what she come to do. Fuck shit up. Bro, hey, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of her. I ain't gonna hold chat. Maybe not the birthday party. I ain't gonna. She worked, but it was meant. Yeah, she fucking snapped. Now listen, this is Becky's. This is her goddaughter. You know what I'm saying? She got her own bond with her. You know, she love the girl. She really do love the girl. But that's a different type of hurt. That's that's money that she put her time sweat. She put her time into. That was crazy. That day changed their relationship. It was at that moment when she stopped being physically attracted to Richard. It wasn't Richard not attracted to her. It was her not attracted to Richard. Bro, child, it is different. Dang, I gotta go plug this up. Chat in the room with it. Bam. All right. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in a second. This is crazy, though. Do it different, right? He said, "Oh, okay. A second, hold on. Love." It was that moment. I'm gonna just start right here. She said it was at that moment when she stopped being physically attracted to Richard. It was at that moment when she knew that she never wanted to be touched by him sexually again. There was a point where she contemplated getting a divorce, but she wasn't about to let him go play house with Gloria. She never spoke to Gloria again after that day. So basically, she only stayed married to Richard to make sure that he couldn't go be happy with Gloria. Also, if I can't have you, nobody else will. You know what I'm saying? Because he some spiteful shit. You've been talked to, but I can't say. I don't know. But literally, she just didn't want to play house. She was so hurt. I guess. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. She never spoke to Gloria again after that day. She never ever ran into her in passing. It was about a month later when she learned that Gloria had packed up and moved to New Jersey. After this, Nancy would never allow a woman to be this close to her again. Gloria had tarnished any thought of a real friendship that Nancy had. God, that's tough. That's tough. Due to her lack of trust in women, she would sit back and watch her behavior until she was able to figure you out. If she felt that you couldn't be trusted, she would cut you off without any hesitation. Most of the time, she stayed to herself, and that was just the way she liked it. When Nancy wasn't overlooking the daily operations of the club, which was rare, her beautiful, tall, 22-year-old daughter, India, took over responsibility. Her beautiful, tall, 22-year-old daughter, India, took over responsibility. That's the daughter that her and Richard had, mind you. India got a sister, you know what I'm saying? Chad, I don't even want to spoil this shit, Chad. I just know somehow the sister is finna get tied into this fucking book. Mind you, Gloria and her got into this fight. Gloria packed up and moved out, like left the New Jersey, fled, right? She had a daughter too. And her daughter, these two daughters been separated now at this point. Keep that in mind, child. All right, keep that in mind. All right, now India was the total opposite of her mother. Everyone genuinely liked India. It was extremely rare to find someone that had anything negative to say about her. She was just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, on the inside as she was on the outside. She had a warm, pleasant spirit that attracted almost everyone who came near her. Not to mention the fact that she had a smile so beautiful that it could make the hardest man melt right into the palm of her hand. India had the honey brown complexion. She stood 5'9", weighed 135 pounds with a slim hourglass figure. Most of the dancers who worked at the club had tried numerous times to get with India, but just like most of the women who poured into club chants every Monday and Wednesday night, India had her eyes focused on only one. The man that had the attention of all the ladies was Ricky, better known as Mr. Orgasm. Ricky was the sole reason that Club Chances was sold out every Monday and Wednesday. There was no doubt. They said sole reason. Damn, oh, damn. That nigga was cashing in staging. Remember when they talking about the dancer, the main dancer? It's this nigga named Ricky. He's the soul nigga, the soul dancer. Hold on. They said, Ricky was the sole reason that club chances were sold out every Monday and Wednesday. There was no doubt that women from all over the tri-state area would drive to Philly and wait outside in the ridiculous long line. They all wanted to get a look, taste, touch, or a sample of the famous exotic dancer they called Mr. Orgasm. Ricky, along with 19 other male strippers, would show up twice a week and give all of their cream and horny fans the show of their life. Still, none of the male exotic dancers were as popular as the tall, dark, and handsome Mr. Orgasm. Still, none of the other male exotic dancers were as popular. That's what they said. Ricky stood as tall. Ricky stood at 6'5" and 195 pounds of solid muscle. This nigga chiseled, chat. He had a smooth, dark brown complexion. I'm imagining that's this nigga. Yeah, that's this nigga on the cover. Yeah, it's the nigga on the cover. This y'all depiction right here. That's what they describe right here. That's my man Ricky right there. That's my man's Ricky. Not my man because I don't swing like that. That's my man's Ricky right there. Right. Yeah, there. He had a smooth, dark, which covered his well-sculpted physique. Whenever he smiled, his perfect white teeth would light up the entire room. Ricky kept his head shaved completely bald. Nigga bald, chat. This nigga bald. The only hair that he had was on his face and a neatly trimmed. Yeah, that's definitely him. And a neatly trimmed and shaped up goatee. Yeah, that's definitely him, chat. It's definitely him. All right. At 27 years old, Ricky had the world in his hands, money, street fame, and a large supply of beautiful women that most men can only dream of. He could have any woman that he desired, but the true and only love of Ricky's young life was the 6-year-old daughter, Asia. After Asia's mother died while giving birth to her, Ricky eagerly took over responsibility of raising his beautiful newborn daughter alone. At the time, he was prepared to make things work for his family. The day that his wife went into labor was fresh on his mind, as if it was only yesterday. It was a Saturday morning, and his plans to sleep in late were hold on, and his plans to sleep in late were changed when he heard a loud scream from the other room. It startled him so much that he almost fell to the floor, jumping up to see what was happening. He looked across the room and immediately noticed that his wife wasn't in the bed next to him anymore. A second or two later, Tony yelled again from the bathroom. Ricky! She yelled in a blood-curdling tone. Immediately, he ran toward the bathroom, slipping all across the hardwood floor in his socks. He'd never been so scared in his life. The way that she screamed confirmed that she was in extreme pain. He hadn't mentally prepared himself for the worst. Surely people say that childbirth is the closest thing to death, but no one actually believed that the greatest day of one's life, could also be the worst. Once he made it to the bathroom, Tony was sitting on the toilet only in her bra. What's happening? What's wrong? He asked, quickly come to arrest me. I think the baby's coming. I think the baby's coming, she yelled as the entire body trembled. Tears were pouring from her eyes as she grabbed a hold of Ricky's hand, squeezing as hard as she could. Okay, so what should I do now? Do you want me to drive you to the hospital? He couldn't even think straight. Irritated, she yelled, get the phone and call 911. The last thing he wanted to do was upset her at a time like this, but he was truly clueless to what to do in a situation like this. Okay, I'll be right back. He says he ran out of the bathroom and ran over to the phone. He was resting on his bedside table. His adrenaline was rushing and his nerves were all over the place. He dropped the phone twice trying to dial 911. Once he got through, the operator asked him a series of questions with his rattled nerves and his scream. He found it extremely difficult to follow the direction of the woman on the line. The few minutes that it took for the paramedics to arrive felt like an eternity. He threw on a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt before running out of his car to meet the ambulance at the hospital. Then he sped through the city toward Temple University Hospital. He prayed the entire time that he would arrive without causing an accident. And additionally, he prayed that both Tony and his baby girl would be okay when he arrived. He made it to the hospital emergency room in record time. Running through the hall, out of breath, he gave her name at the desk. They directed him at the labor and delivery unit. He was so impatient and afraid of missing the bird that he couldn't even wait on the elevator. He literally ran up the stairs, skipping up 2 or 3 steps at a time. Once on the floor, he was shown the way to the labor and delivery suite. Yeah, but I literally said I'm almost done. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't see that. I already told you I'm gonna get yours when I'm done. I'm not for the rest of it because I like Because my fucking laptop's finna die, right? And this is what I do. I stream, you know that. Hey, bro, like that shit is crazy. All right, anyway, I'm finna wrap this up in a couple of I'm trying to find a good stopping point now. I'm, I don't even know where I'm at. That shit's sick. Then I gotta unmute myself. You made it just in time. She's just about ready to push. The African American one nurse said, "Oh my God, are you serious? Tony, did you hear that? Our baby girl is almost here." At that moment, his nervousness shifted to excitement. He waited for this day and he couldn't wait to hold his baby girl in his arms and look her in the eyes. The nurse and the doctor were moving at a fast pace to get in position. Once everyone was in place, it was time to push. Okay, on the next contraction, I need you to bear down and push, okay? Hold it for 10 seconds, take a breath, and do it again. Let's get this little girl out, the doctor says. The nurse showed Ricky how to hold her leg and assist. On the first push, you could already see the head. Ricky was filled with many emotions. He never witnessed a woman giving birth. He was afraid of all the things that he never seen gone wrong in movies. He loved Tony more than he loved anyone, and it would kill him to lose her. The way he pictured his daughter coming into the world wasn't filled with this kind of fear. There was a knot in his stomach, and at that moment, he didn't understand why. He said a silent prayer as he got in position and held Tony's leg for her to push. He was terrified of being a father, but excited at the very same time. He wanted to be he wanted to be the perfect father. He didn't want Jet to fail as a father as his father had failed him. He just wanted to be the best that he could be. While he could visibly see how much pain that Tony was in, he could never imagine what it really felt like. She was stronger than he ever could be, and he will forever be grateful for having her in his life. There wasn't anything that could ever take the love and respect that he had for her away. She was giving him the greatest blessing that anyone could ever receive. Chad, that is so fucking deep, and they ain't lying. That is, damn. So for my man, all in one. I'm almost there, Chad. This shit finna get sick. This shit finna get sick. I ain't even gonna let you watch this. There were so many people in the room, so many people giving out direction that he wasn't sure what to do. Just when he thought he was holding her leg right, someone would tell him to do it differently. There was a moment when he became frustrated, but he knew that showing it would only make things harder for Tony. So he held it together and did what he was told. She would push for what seemed like an eternity. Over an hour would pass, and she was still pushing and becoming more exhausted by the minute. That's what I was thinking. For a moment, he was afraid that she wouldn't be able to do it. Baby, I know you're tired, but you're the strongest woman that I know. If anyone can do it, I know that you can do it. I'm right here with you, baby. He said he didn't know what else to say at the moment, but he believed that encouragement was the way to go. Surely that would give her the push that she needed to get the baby out. She looked up at him with tears streaming down both sides of her face. I can't do this, Ricky. I can't. It almost made him cry seeing her in so much agony. He knew that he had to be strong and continue to encourage her. Tony, you're so close. She's almost here, baby. You got this, he said. After a few more rounds of pushing, the baby was out and immediately placed onto Tony's stomach. Through the oxygen mask, she smiled and cried tears of joy. Through the oxygen mask, she cried and cried tears of joy. Looking at the baby girl was a blessing beyond what words could measure. You did it, Ricky said, looking at his daughter and Tony. It was one of the most beautiful things he experienced in his life. They took the baby over to the worm as the doctor continued working to deliver Tony after birth. Ricky looked at Asia in awe. He was mesmerized by how beautiful she was. He snapped pictures of her while she held onto his finger with her hand. Suddenly, he heard a series of beats and a lot of commotion. He looked over at Tony and realized that her body had gone limp. What? And her eyes were no longer open. It was almost as if she had lost his hearing, as if he lost his hearing. All he could do was stand still looking at all the people working to save her. Her body went to pieces, like just crashed from on the street. Suddenly he heard a series of beeps and a lot of I'm reading that part again downtown. Damn, that shit fucked my head up. Both Ricky and the baby were taken out of the room. As he stood in the hall watching the barrage of medical professionals running into the room, he couldn't move. He hadn't even noticed that the nurse had taken the baby to the nursery. He could hear different types of medication being requested by the doctor. He had no idea what could have gone wrong so quickly. Almost in a blink of an eye, a happy moment turned to pure devastation. For what seemed like hours, he stood in the same spot saying silent prayers over and over in his head. Finally, a nurse came over to the room and took him into the recovery and waiting area. He didn't think that was the reason was to give him the news privately. He was ready. He wasn't ready and probably would be impossible to prepare for something like this. A minute or two later, the doctor that just delivered his baby informed him that Tony, the mother of his child, the woman that he would have a special love for the gift, was gone. Damn. This has to be a joke. Are you serious? You are serious. She's going to be okay, all right? Come on, Doc. Tell me it's real. This is real. Tears fell from his eyes, and he began landing, and began to land all over his chat. I'm finna cry. God damn, Tony. Fuck, chat. Like, oh, I'm mad at her. Like it's her fault. Damn, that shit drive nigga crazy, dog. I can't imagine, bro. That shit's sick. This will happen right here. Despite the explanation of the cause, an amniotic fluid embolism, he couldn't wrap his mind around the fact that a very healthy woman had just died giving birth to his daughter. He couldn't process it, almost as if they had been speaking in another language. The way they explained it to him was that an amniotic fluid from the uterus gets into the bloodstream and moves to your lungs. This can cause a heart attack or ultimately death. It happens so fast, and there often isn't enough time to save someone in this condition. He couldn't even pull himself together when her parents arrived at the hospital. They expected to see their baby in their daughter's arm, only to hear that some devastating news that had been delivered to him only a few minutes earlier. It was unfathomable. He would forever have the thought of never seeing her again burned into his memory. At least he could find some comfort in the fact that even though it was the only for a moment, Tony had been able to look into the eyes of the beautiful creation they were given. Oh man, that's fucked up for real. That is so fucked up, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Before she removed from the room, Ricky made a promise to her that he would work as hard as he could to provide for their child. He refused to allow her to be without. He wanted her to have everything, as if she still had both parents, and never envied people who did. From that day forward, everything that he did was for her. Despite his inexperience with children, Ricky did an exceptional job taking care of his little responsibility prior to her birth. He never even changed the diaper. He was terrified of being a single father, but he wasn't about to walk away from the greatest gift you could ever receive. Before Asia, he never truly understood the meaning of unconditional love. For him, love always came with conditions, meaning if you hurt him in any way, his love will for you disappear. His love for you would disappear. There wasn't anything that Asia could do to change his love for her, and he worked extremely hard to give her all the things that he didn't have as a child. Ricky spoiled Asia with all the love he could give her. He was also very picky with the women he brought around his young daughter. So most of the time, he and Asia would be alone, watching TV, taking time trips to the zoo, shopping, and other things that a young father and 6-year-old daughter could enjoy. At the club, Ricky stood behind the large stage curtain, listening to the sounds of boisterous young and older women laughing and talking. He looked through the small hole in the curtain and saw the large crowd of women patiently waiting. The women who weren't sitting down at the table were all gathered at the front edge of the table, at the front edge of the stage, whistling, cheering, and clapping like adolescent young fans at a rap concert. Ricky looked at the crowd and noticed all the regulars in attendance. Though there were some faces that he loved to see, there was a few that he didn't. Most of the women were perfect customers. He could shake his erect penis in their faces, take all their money, and walk away without any additional expectation. Many of these women were just for the thrill of watching him perform, so they weren't looking to be treated like any other than a customer paying to watch a show. Then there were others than regulars that felt like he was their personal property. These were the women that would be ready to fight another chick if she got more attention from Ricky that she felt she should. These were always the women who were the most quiet before he stepped onto the stage. They came with a sense of entitlement and expected him to ignore everyone else in the room. One of these women was sitting dead center, and her name was Octavia Bronx. Octavia was a woman that most would love to spend time with. She was a seasoned woman, unlike a lot of the women who frequently come to the club. You could tell that she never been through a lot. She'd been through a lot in her life, and by the way that she carried herself. She was always composed, but she would snap in the New York minute if someone got in her way. There was a mystery about her. She wasn't the 30 type ready to throw her panties on the stage. She was just a 38-year-old, but you think she was much older. Damn. Not because of her looks, because she could give a 20-year-old a run for her money any day. Tough. Instead, it was just her overall demeanor. It was almost as if she'd been there a lot longer than 38 years. Now, when speaking of her looks, she was a certified Don. She was fully equipped with all the tools that women are willing to pay for. Hell, some of them are even willing to fly out of the country and risk their lives for a body like hers. Standing at 5'6" and weighing about all 135 pounds, she was curvy in all of the right places. At the time, Octavia could appear snobbish. Most of the women in the club wouldn't even sit near her. There was just an energy around her that was unexplainable. Either you wanted to know her or you would go far in the other direction. When she walked into the club, all eyes wouldn't be on her. She walked with her head held high and she wouldn't speak to anyone she those who she came with. She was one of those that didn't travel in a big pack. Every week she showed up with the same two friends. They were always fashionably dressed, designer gear from head to toe. Her nails were perfectly manicured and her hair was always laid to perfection. Yeah, we almost done. We almost done. Despite the fact that the most of the women scowled as she walked by, she carried a huge smile and showed off her beautiful pearly white. Now one thing that you couldn't miss was the huge rock on her finger. She'd been married for over 15 years. Octavia Brown's married for 15 years. Octavia Brown, she's been married for 15 years, and she sure was gonna spend her ring on the wife. Damn. And she felt entitled to Ricky. This is tough. She would claim to the world that she was happy and that was the only reason she attended the club weekly was for sheer entertainment. She was all about appearances, so she would drop dead before she would allow anyone to believe that her life was anything less than perfect. She claimed that her husband approved of her extracurricular activities, but there were always whispers, the whispers that he had plenty of his own affairs. What you saw on the outside, though, was more of a facade than it was reality. Ricky had always had those special customers that he dealt with a bit differently, not necessarily because of his job or the amount of money that they were paying him to do, but because he actually enjoyed it. For him, it was almost like an escape from the real world. For a brief time, he could be someone other than who he really was, Mr. Orgasm was more than a stage name, it was a persona. When he was Mr. Orgasm, he could do things that he wouldn't normally do for fear that it would ultimately affect his daughter. The majority of the time, he was able to control this environment, With most of the women in the club, he would be able to keep them at bay and make them understand that it didn't matter what they did when they were inside the club. At the end of the day, what happened in the club stayed in the club. With Octavia, he learned how difficult this could be with some women. It was truly a test because he wanted to control things at all times. On one particular night, when they had their own alone time, as usual, he performed for her. However, this alone time wasn't inside the club. He'd been meeting with her outside the club on his alone time. While she sat on the tough red seat, watching him intently, he danced around her while keeping his eyes on her. She was turned on watching his abs and his rock hard dick moving along to the music. He was completely naked, not wearing any costume as he did when he performed on the main stage. She couldn't wait to feel him, but she just loved watching him just as much as she did fucking him. Feeling him was just the icing on the cake. Damn, you're so sexy, baby, he said as he stood in front of her, massaging him. She smiled and licked her lips. She wanted to taste him inside the club. There were some limitations, but outside the club, she could have him any way that she wanted. There was no time limit, and he would do everything slow. Nothing about this time was rushed, and not only did Octavia enjoy this time, but Ricky did as well. The two stared at each other for a few silent seconds before he grabbed the back of her head and guided her lips to his dick. Without any hesitation, she wrapped her thick lips around it while using her tongue to massage the shaft at the same time. She moaned as she enjoyed the taste of his pre-cum trickling down her throat. Ah shit. He said aloud, and then no, bro. He said aloud. He thrust himself farther down her throat. Her lips were so soft and wet that he almost sent him into an early eruption. He pulled back for a second to release himself from her grip. Cat, cat, it get nasty. It get wicked, bro. Damn, girl, what the hell are you trying to do to me? She laughed, knowing that she was a professional at her job. She was willing to do whatever it took to satisfy him because she wanted him to do all to herself. She didn't care about his job or women that he needed to please to make a dollar. All she cared about was being the one on his arm in public. She was willing to leave her husband to make that happen. I'm just trying to make you feel good, she said in a sexy tone. She said, I'm just trying to make you feel good. She said in a sexy tone as she got up from the chair and stood up in front of him. Their eyes met before she moved in closer and began to passionately kiss him. She was so turned on that she could feel her panties being soaked with warm juices. The two of them moaned while they kissed both. Funny as hell. Well, she was so turned on that damn. The two of them moaned while they kissed. Both of them enjoying the taste. She could feel his dick poking her down below. He wanted to kiss it one more time. She wanted to kiss it one more time before they were through. She backed away and stopped kissing him before getting down to squatting position, grabbing hold of his dick with her right hand. With her left hand, she reached down into her panties and massaged her throbbing clit. The sound of them moaning together was enough to make anyone listening horny. She was able to deep throat every inch in without even the slightest bit of gagging. What is to these deep throat ass bitches in this mother gang? There's two of them. Lucky D, now, what's her name? Octavia, and she's married. She's 38 years old. That's why he like her. He's 27. He got a cooler. Bro, he ain't different. All right. He been giving head on many occasions, but there was just something about the way she handled his dick that made it hard to contain himself. Maybe it was her many more years of experience, or maybe she was just a stone cold freak. Either way, she gave the best head he ever had. After a few more minutes, he couldn't take it anymore. He needed to feel warm walls wrapped around his dick. Back HI, different. He backed away from her and grabbed her arm to pull her up to a standing position. He forcefully kissed her before turning her around and bending her over the chair. He grabbed a hold of her black thong underwear and ripped it from her waist. Ripped it from her waist, child. He didn't just grab it. He just moved to the side. He ripped that shit from her waist. He was breathing heavily as he grabbed her right thigh from behind to rest her foot on the chair. Pushing her back to make a deeper arch, he rubbed the head of his dick along with her wet pussy lips right behind. You that's making me stutter. I just realized this. I'm fucking rolling. Hold on, time. Hold on. He could feel the warmth without even entering her yet. He rubbed it all up and down her clit before shoving it inside. She inhaled deeply as she pushed every inch inside. You could hear how wet she was by the sound that he made that was made each time he moved in and out. His balls slapped against the back of her left thigh as he picked up the pace. They were both out of breath, but both wanted to go as long as they could to make it worthwhile. He backed away from her to hold in nearing explosion once more. Don't stop, she said as he was fully removed from her snug walls. I ain't stopping. Come here, he said. She walked over him with a huge smile, anticipating what was next. There was always something different. Each time they met and had sex was never the same. No boring missionary sex would do. Ricky was more of an exhibitionist. Take off that dress, he said while licking his lip. As she began to remove her dress, Ricky quickly got on his knees and began eating her pussy. Now this is more of like,
Or is that actually interesting?
they meet up with each other regularly. So like she spent money at the club, but like this is free. This is the stuff he actually enjoy doing. Bro, some people actually do spend extra money, but I don't think she is right now. Uh, Ricky quickly got on his knees and began eating her pussy before she could even get the dress over her head. Her knees almost buckled from the sensation of his tongue up against her clit. Oh my gosh, she said aloud. She threw her dress to the ground and grabbed it back at his head. I love the way you eat this pussy, she said.
Oh my god.
Chat, chat, chat. Yeah, definitely. Hey, the book said it. I didn't know. Wrong. Look, the book said it, chat. Hold on. The book said it, chat. Look at it. The book said it, chat. I ain't just talking. What you say? You say, I love the way you eat this pussy. All right, back. She said, look. He continued making certain while she screamed for joy. He was taking her body to all the places that she needed to go. Being with him was truly a stress reliever. She could get away from all the craziness in her world when she was wrapped up with him. Oh shit, I'm about to come, she screamed. Her body began to shake as she creamed all over his face and beard. He sucked even harder, causing her to go into more consecutive orgasms. He earned his stage name 100 times over in her book. Then he lay down on the floor and pulled her down into a squatting position. She slid down on his dick with ease. From all of her gym physical training, she was fit, so she could bounce on his dick like there was no tomorrow would get whipped without getting tired. He loved. He loved that about her. No matter how many positions he put her in, she was always ready and never cried that she was tired. Most of the women that he encountered would come quick and be exhausted, but so Octavia gave him a run for his money. Her ass slapped up against his leg every time she dropped low. She moved her hips in circles. She moved back and forth and even grinded up against him. She came at least two or more times before he was nearing his peak. Oh, I'm about to come. I need you to suck it, baby. She got off of him quickly, just as she was told, slid down and sucked every drop of cum out of him as he moaned loud enough that you could probably hear him all the way in the front of the lobby. She swallowed all of him as he continued to breathe heavily. Damn, was that all damn was all he could say. The two lay there on the floor for the next 10 minutes, trying to get themselves together. As they lay quietly, Ricky was thinking about all the things he had to do later on that day. Octavia, on the other hand, had something weighing heavily on her that she needed to tell Ricky. She was nervous because she didn't know how he would take the news. Since meeting Ricky, she always seen a future with him, but she was afraid that what she was about to say would ruin all those dreams. She knew that she couldn't hold on to the secret any longer. It was a major and would change their lives. She took a deep breath before sitting up and looking over at Ricky, who was lying still with his eyes open. Ricky, she said. Yeah, he replied while opening his eyes. I have something important I need to talk to you about. What's up? He asked calmly, even though inside he was anything but any conversation that starts like that was never good. Well, you know how I always tell you that I'm ready to leave my husband. Yeah. Well, now, besides the fact that I want to be with you, I finally have a real reason to walk away. Ricky began to sit up talking about the relationship was something that was always made him uncomfortable. He didn't like the direction the conversation was going. Sure, he loved having sex with Octavia. It was amazing, but amazing sex didn't mean that there would be an amazing relationship. We've spoken about this before, Octavia. You know what I do, and you know that a relationship with me is bound to end in a disaster. I know we talked about it many times, but sometimes things happen that will make feelings change. Things happen like what? I'll tell you. What is it that you're trying to tell me? He said, getting annoyed. He hated for someone to drag things on. Well, last month I missed my period, and I took a pregnancy test the other day. It was positive. She said nervously. That's her reason to leave her husband, chap. Damn, I'm pregnant, chap. This shit on flow. Rachel was kind of stupid, nothing in that hoe. Rachel couldn't believe what he was hearing. I thought you were on birth control. See, you dumb bitch. Ricky, you think I give a fuck? She on birth control game? Pull out. Tighten up. Boot camp, nigga. Damn.
LOL.
Ricky. All right. He said right now. His mood was just gone. His mood had gone from relaxed to angry. The last thing that he wanted to hear from was the chick that he was just fucking with that she was pregnant. I am on birth control, Ricky, she said with a shaky voice. Well, how the fuck are you pregnant? Like, I believe you did this shit on purpose. I said, you know damn well I don't want a relationship. And I certainly don't want a baby. I'm pissed right now, he yelled as he got up from the floor and began grabbing things from all over the room. Ricky, we need to talk about this. He continued to be silent and made his way into the bathroom with his clothes and shut the door behind him. A few seconds later, the shower turned on. Octavia got up and went to the bathroom door to enter behind him, only to find that it was locked. Ricky was inside the shower angrier than he had been in a very long time. He didn't know what he got himself to. How could he be so stupid? He asked himself. He always been extremely careful, but had grown to trust her, and she completely fooled him. He knew that having a baby with a married woman was one that he wasn't even in a relationship with. He knew that having a baby with a married woman, one that he wasn't even in a relationship with, wasn't something that he wanted. Will he be wrong for demanding that she have an abortion? With all of these thoughts running through his head, he tried to calm down. Somehow, he didn't want to do something that he shouldn't do that could make the situation even worse. The fact of the matter is that he didn't want a baby, and he wasn't about to act like he did. So he had no other choice but to be brutally honest and hope that she would respect his wishes. After he was dressed and calm enough to have a discussion, he came out of the bathroom to find the hotel room empty. Octavia had left him a note on the bed with read, I would never want to be a burden or someone to cause you unnecessary stress, so don't worry, I'll take care of it. But that's supposed to mean though. I mean, like, yeah, different. He balled up the small piece of paper and threw it in the trash can before grabbing his wallet, jacket, and left the room. After that night, he didn't want to hear from Octavia for few weeks. He didn't hear from Octavia for a few weeks. He hadn't bothered trying to reach out to her. He went back to business as usual. He prayed that she taking care of business like she said she would. He was glad that she was handling things like a mature woman that she was. However, like the mature woman that she was. However, he couldn't have been more wrong. Almost every night that he worked, he would leave only to find some type of damage to his car, whether it was a flat tire, scratch marks, a broken window, and even spray paint. He knew it was her because she let him know every time. Each note read the same thing: "I'll take care of it." He was furious, and there wasn't any way for him to find her. He didn't know where she lived, and none of her friends had attended the club since she gone missing in action. When she finally resurfaced, she walked in as if nothing happened. Head held high, sitting in her normal booth with her normal group of friends. It took everything in him not to physically put hands on her. He wasn't about to risk his freedom though. It just wasn't worth it. After the show, he pulled her to the rear of the club. She didn't resist. You know, you have some fucking nerve showing up in here after shit that you did. He said in her ear. He was trying not to cause a scene by yelling, but he wanted to make sure that he got his point across. I asked the nurse, you asked the nurse to basically force me to get an abortion, and then you didn't even call to check on me. I didn't force you to do shit. I told you that's not what I wanted. It's a big fucking difference. Stop cursing at me, okay? You broke my heart. I was ready to plan a life with you. Listen, it's clear that you and I saw two different things in our arrangement. I'm not about to apologize for not wanting a damn baby with a married woman. You fucked up our arrangement, not me. I could have got past that shit, but then you acted like a child and fucked up my vehicle. That turned me off, and I can never look at you the same again. At this point, I'm washing my hands of this, and I pray that you can walk away like an adult this time. She didn't utter another word. She walked away, and though she was still in the tent, he's weak. She never spoke to him again. It was a learning experience for Ricky. It was something that he vowed to never get himself into again. There were plenty of women sitting around with smiling faces and money in hand. There were those regulars, including Octavia, and a few newer faces that he hadn't seen before. He looked up and saw Nancy and India talking on the balcony. They were always talking about business. It didn't matter what was happening on stage. You could always count on Nancy focusing on their money. He looked over at the entrance and saw a big nook, the head of security, scanning people with his handheld metal detector. It was always comforting to see that they would be safe inside the club. He glanced to his right and saw a group of females lined up at the bar. Seeing a bunch of women buying drinks was always a good thing. Drunk women spend money, a lot of it. It excited him to see women with drinks in their hands. Those were the women that he paid the most attention to. Once they had some alcohol in their system, it was a lot easier for them to forget about their bills, their men, and anything else that they had going on in their lives. Liquor. Liquor. There were women of all different ages, sizes, and races standing along the wall conversing. As the showtime neared, he began to get warm. He was ready to give all the women the show that they desired. He wanted to give them whatever it was that they were missing on. Every show was for the women only. There were no men allowed, but it didn't stop the hustlers and bars from parking outside the club, showing off their expensive cars, waiting patiently for the women to start pouring out the door at 2 o'clock closing time. The cars would be lined up in front of the club like a celebrity car show convention. It would take almost an hour for the police to break up all the excitement and send people out their way. Ricky continued to look out at the crowd while all the other male dancers were in the back preparing for the group and solo performances. Each week, the 20 dancers will have a new group routine for to perform and execute for the screaming fans. Afterwards, they would one at a time perform a solo dance. Ricky saw his young friend DJ Twist up at the balcony spinning the turntable. He had got his friend the job 2 weeks earlier after Nancy had hired his former DJ from drinking had fired the former DJ for drinking on the job. DJ Twist after the sounds banging and the crowds were moving, snapping, and grooving to the music. Nancy had bought a state-of-the-art Sony system with the built-in 15-inch speakers all around the club. As the sounds of all the latest dance tracks banged out of the speakers, women walked around, sipped on Coronas and Long Island iced teas, and chatted amongst one another. Ricky turned and smiled as he walked away thinking about the show that he was about to put on. Even though he had been an exotic dancer for years, a nervousness still found a way into his body. He looked at the group of men as they practiced the upcoming performance. Each man had a bow tie wrapped around his neck and tight-fitting thongs that snugly covered their bulging manhood. Every one of the dancers had a handsome face and a nice body. Out of the 20 of them, 12 were black, 3 white, and 5 were Spanish. There were 19 men with 19 different personalities, all trying their best to be the number two dancers at the club. All trying their best to be the number two dancer at the club. Ricky had the number one spot on lockdown. On his worst night, none of the others could carry his jock strap. Suddenly, all damn, that's disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. Tell me, the other men can't carry his jock strap. Damn. Suddenly, all the lights inside the club went off. Only the fluorescent green stage lights could be seen. The crowd of women all started cheering and standing up from their seats, yelling and clapping with sheer anticipation. DJ Twist turned down the music and allowed me and spoke into the microphone. Are y'all ready, ladies? He yelled. The sound of screaming females erupted throughout the crowd. I don't hear y'all, he yelled. Once again, the women inside the club raised their voices to the top of their lungs. Okay, ladies, stand up. Get y'all asses out the seats. It's time to get this party started. DJ yelled. DJ Twist yelled excited into the microphone. Introducing Philly's own male exotic dance posse, the Showstoppers. He announced with enthusiasm. For the 300 screaming females, the long wait was finally over. Now it's showtime. Chat. That's what we gonna cap off right there. Yeah, definitely. We at chapter 2 now. Oh, bro, I'm gonna crank this bitch up for y'all tomorrow, bro. I'm having a good time reading this book, chat. I gotta read this book now. Alright, get it with me. But this is kind of crazy, chat. I know it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little nasty, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta get in it, though, chat. You gotta read it. You gotta power through. I'm gonna get in it. Bro. But, chat, Ricky, just, he got a daughter already, Asian. That's the love of his life, chat. Unconditional love. He already said that. It's different. You ain't gonna find that too hard. His daughter taught him that, man. This book is getting so juicy, but we're gonna cut off right there, chat.